Tuesday night, Game 5 of the Major Indoor Soccer League Championship Series in San Diego. The Blast had never won a playoff game there. Down 3-1 in the best of 7. Billy Ronson scored twice. David Byrne, Freddie Thompson, and Mark Metrick had goals as the Blast beat San Diego 6-3, forcing a 6th game. Tonight, the Blast return to Baltimore with the home field advantage in a must-win situation for the Blast. The Blast take on San Diego in Game 6 of the Major Indoor Soccer League Championship Series next on Fox 45. Fans continue to pour into the Baltimore Arena as the Blast get ready for Game 6 of the Major Indoor Soccer League Championship Series final. The Blast forcing this game by winning in San Diego the other night. Welcome to the Baltimore Arena. Hello, everyone. This is Tom Davis. Welcome you to our coverage here on Fox 45 together with Charlie Ekman. And Charlie, when you get down to it, it can't get any more interesting than this. Than Game 6, the Blast have to win it to force a game coming up here on Saturday night.
Well, Tom, it's a great game, and plus the fact that it's a big game for not only the Baltimore Blast, but the fans as well. We've got some great soccer fans, and actually don't have that much of an advantage on this floor. If you remember the first two games, first game we should have lost, we won by, well, seconds, and the second game we got beat. This floor is better for San Diego than it is for our ball club. They're older, they don't like to run, they play with their heads as well as their feet, and our ball club's got their work cut out for them. Cooper's been in the dressing room getting this club up. You don't have to say anything to them. They've got to be as high as a Georgia pine. They know all the money's at stake, and I look for a real emotional packed game, maybe a couple of good scraps.
We're going to look at the series so far. The Blast winning the first game in overtime, and that was a key victory in this because the Blast could technically be out of it by now had they not come back to win that game in overtime, Game 1.
Well, it's tough to stay away for a month like the Blast had to do. It's a shame the schedule was that bad. It did not help Coop's ball club, just like it didn't help the Lakers the other night against the Pistons. They have been playing. They're sharper. When you lay off, Tom, you get away from the competitive feeling of playing the game, actual game, it takes something away from you. And I honestly think our ball club, if we play up to our abilities, if Hoskovy, Valentine, and Burns play their ball game, we can sweep these two games. But they have to play their type of soccer that they're capable of playing.
When you get down to it, Billy Ronson's had a great series, and so has Scott Manning. What about Manning tonight in the net?
Well, Manning's the guy you got to go with. He's your money ball player. He's your money goalie. He's a sharp guy, knows how to play, got the great arm, gives you that release pass. Manning is the perfect man. You couldn't put Slobo in now. Wouldn't even be fair to him. Manning's played the games. He has a rhythm, and he's the kind of a kid that's very emotional. He'll be up. He'll do a good job. I hope the rest of the club, like Whitman, has got to play good ball, and Whitman's had a bad knee ankle. Now you have Ronson, who's been a big bonus because he wasn't a scoring threat prior to this season. And I think Billy's had a tremendous year. But believe you me, this has to be a complete team effort for the Blast to beat this experienced ball club.
We're ready to start Major Indoor Soccer League action. Game 6 of this championship series. The Blast need a victory to force a 7th and deciding game coming up on Saturday night. We'll be back with the start of tonight's game live on Fox 45 in just a moment.
Brought to you in part by your 9 Pride of Baltimore Pontiac dealers. Davis DJs, experienced, not expensive. Your Baltimore area Dodge dealers. And statewide paging, the 200-mile paging service.
This kind of love is mythical. It's anything but typical. Simply irresistible. Simply irresistible, man. There's no other way to go. Simply irresistible.
Here's to you, America, from Dodge, with the deals you need, like 0% financing or up to $2,000 cash back on the cars you want. Get 0% financing or $2,000 cash back on Daytona Shelby. Or now get $500 on the all-new Dodge Spirit. Get $750 back on Shadow and $500 cash back on Dodge Dynasties. Here's to you from Dodge, where the new Spirit shows.
This is Sizzler's all-you-can-eat salad bar. This is the build-your-own tostada bar we added to Sizzler's salad bar. And this is the hot pasta bar we added to the build-your-own tostada bar that we added to Sizzler's salad bar. Now, what more could we possibly do to improve a feast like this? Add a shrimp dinner and give it all to you for just $6.99. Sizzler's new giant fried shrimp and salad bar dinner. Just $6.99 for a limited time only. Sizzler, a fresh experience.
You can see tonight's referees here at the Baltimore Arena for Game 6 of this Major Indoor Soccer League Championship Series. The Blast need a victory to force a 7th and deciding game coming up on Saturday night. Scott Manning will be in the nets tonight for the Blast, and he's played magnificently throughout the entire playoff series, Charlie.
Well, I'll tell you, Scotty deserves it, and he's played tremendous. You don't make a change at this stage in the playoffs. You don't put no slow-mo in there. You know, if worth ethics win championships for you, Kenny Cooper is as hard a working coach as I've ever seen, regardless of basketball, soccer, a manager in baseball. The man works all the time. Soccer is his entire life, and he deserves this championship because, believe you me, it's been a tough year on the coach. Getting the league together, keeping it together along with Mr. Weitzman's done a tremendous job. And now we've got Earl Foreman out on the floor, and Earl and I went to school together. Heck of a guy, you know. Quite a fellow. He's a new commissioner and a great one. He'll bring this club. If anybody can bring the MISL back, Tom, it'll be Earl Foreman.
Earl Foreman's going to kick out the first ball and does it right there. And I think everybody's happy that Foreman has returned to the Major Indoor Soccer League because things happened when he was the commissioner. Dan Counts, the general manager of the Blast, helping Earl Foreman off.
Well, you know, he used to own a piece of the Bullets. And the NBA, when they owned the Bullets, and him and Poland and Arnold Heft, they all were together. And, of course, we were all at City College together back in those days. But the thing that changed the NBA was the 24-second rule, and they lost a ton of money. It took the NBA a number of years to get on its feet and be the crowd attraction it is today. The MISL is an infant as far as professional sports are concerned, yet there are a whole lot more people played soccer in Baltimore than ever played basketball, and you can believe me. We've got our work cut out for us, fans. Kenny Cooper, the old coach, believe me, he has done a tremendous job, and I just wish him nothing but the best. The fellows that got to play well is Fogarty, Sweeney, and you've got to get a big game out of Hoskovy, who's capable of doing it, along with Burnsy. I mean, these fellows have got to produce Valentine. They had big money players. They've got to produce. Little Ronson's done a tremendous job. But the ones that we brought in have got to have a night.
Yeah, Billy Ronson's had 16 goals in the playoffs, including 7 in the championship series.
That's right. And last year he wasn't considered a scoring threat. He was around the kind of a kid that intercepted, upset him, forced him to make mistakes. This year he's scoring. He's looking to shoot. He's back. He's heeling the ball. He's doing everything to score. And he's looking to score. And it's a big difference when you look to score. You're supposed to score, you score. Hoskovy should be an outstanding player in the playoffs. He's had experience. And Burnsy is the loose goose type ball player. Valentine, solid player. Believe me, this is quite a matchup. When you talk about Jungle, and you're talking about some other fellows on this club that have had a lot of experience, like Quinn. Brian Quinn invariably plays well against the Blast. Sakota. This ought to be one great game, Tom. Are you ready?
I'm ready, Charlie. The Blast will be starting. Ken Fogarty, Billy Ronson, Mike Sweeney, David Byrne, and Rusty Troy with Scott Manning in the nets. San Diego trying to win and end this thing in 6. Zoran Karic along with Ralph Black, Kevin Crow, Brian Quinn, Bronco Sakota start along with Victor Nagara in the nets. And we're ready for the Major Indoor Soccer League's 6th game of this series. And I think Kenny Cooper felt that maybe the San Diego Sockers were trying to rub the Blast noses in it after they won 3 straight and got a little bit maybe too overconfident in Game 5.
Well, they're a cocky bunch. They've been through the championship many times, and you took a fellow like Ralph Black. He played here with the Blast, you know. I guess it's been 3 or 4 years, and he went out to the West Coast, to Seattle or Tacoma, and Ralph was a solid ball player. Kenny did not want to lose him, but he wanted to go in that part of the country. This ball club will play better on this small floor than they do at home as a rule. They've always played well in the arena. And we have our work cut out for us because they play with their heads as much as their feet. This is a smart team. This is no pushover because it's the 6th game in Baltimore. Coops has got his work cut out for him. Here we go.
So San Diego wins the ball. Blast gets down in the corner and retrieve it back and kick it back out to midfield. where Ralph Black picks it up and gets it back into where they'll set it up. Strong kick. Blast headed it away. Rusty Troy gets it back to midfield. Billy Ronson brings it down with his foot. And then Kevin Crow works it back to the man in the nets for San Diego, Victor DeGara.
We're pressing them all over. That's good. We're coming out pressing. You've got Fogarty up there, and you've got Burns pressing them. They're going to have to make the good pass.
Ronson with a head shot. San Diego gets it back. Brian Quinn releases it back to his goalie.
McGuire handles his feet rather well, Tom, for a goalkeeper. Slowbo handles his feet well, where Manning handles the ball well with his hands and has the better arm than any of them. He has a better arm than McGuire. He can lead that fast break.
Manning will scoop and distribute. Minute into the game, 0-0. Blast in San Diego, game 6 of this best of 7. Blast trailing by 1. And Billy Ronson.
Well, let's see what they're doing now. They're going to have a bit of they pressed a little bit, then they broke it up right away and went back. Now, they haven't started pressing much as we have so far. Fogarty here has to get rid of it off the boards.
Valentine distributes to Ronson. Corner. Sockers get it back and work it back the other way. 12 is Kevin Crow. He gets it ahead to Alan Willie. Willie picked up by Freddie Thompson.
Good play by Freddie. Freddie's another one of those lads that's been an excellent job of this year for the club. He's third year just about, and he's actually done a tremendous job. Got a foul called, and it looks like San Diego ball.
Metric went down along with 16 Cacho. By the way, Steve Jungle will be wearing number 5 tonight. His uniform his uniform shirt wasn't shipped to Baltimore. He usually wears number 21.
Unless I didn't take it to the cleaners. Still in the laundry.
2 minutes into the game, scoreless, live on Fox 45. Tom Davis and Charlie Ekman, and it looks like both of them just feeling one another out right now. Thompson headed it up against the glass. He comes back off. San Diego grabs it. Fernandez missed. Follow-up shot wide as Karich missed.
Hoskevy's in the game for us, and they might be calling a foul against Hoskovy for leaning on top. And that was a situation where Fernandez drew the foul on Hoskovy. Well, I'm glad to see Hoskovy have that fire in him. He has to fire up. This fellow's as good a soccer player as there is in the country. They play the boards well.
Jungle, guarded by Freddie Thompson. Now Blast get it back. Hoskovy down the near side, trying to break free, was knocked down. Foul on San Diego. It appeared that it was on George Fernandez.
Did you see the difference then, Tom? Hoskovy wanted that ball. He forced the foul, and he was barreling through there. Hoskevy's no little fella.
Guy right at midfield. Putting the ball down into the corner. Blast working it deep. Set up and a shot and score for Rusty Troy. The Blast lead at 1-0. Just 2:37 into the game. Rusty Troy puts the Blast up.
Got a beautiful play off the boards, comes back out, and bingo, the kid put it away with a hard shot. That's so important in indoor soccer, getting that first punch in, the first score. It's just like a fight. This was a great play all the way around from Hoskovy, who started it all the way around. Let's look at the replay. That's it. He hit it in again, Tom.
Troy just got it right underneath the crossbar.
That's right. Got a lot of stuff. When he kicks the ball up in the stands now, I don't blame him.
2:47 into the game. The Blast lead it 1-0.
Well, I'll tell you, we've come out with a different attitude. When I saw Hoskovy break through and force his way, that means that Hoskovy, he may be playing his last games as an active player in the MISL. No doubt he'll be the coach in Cleveland next year. And I know he has enough pride to want to go out as a winner.
Blast lead at 1-0. 12:13 left to play first quarter. Tom Davis and Charlie Ekman live on Fox 45. Ronson from behind knocked down the man with the ball for San Diego, and that was number 14, Brian Quinn.
Another foul. 4 fouls on the Blast. Got to be a little careful here. Sweeney's just committed a foul that wasn't necessary. 4-1. They can cost you. We got a long while to go in this quarter.
Think Earl Foreman will get rid of the sixth foul?
Well, it's a lousy rule. He should get rid of it, but Earl has to make some drastic change. You've got to come up with some earth-shaking change in order to turn this game around. You've got to have a point spread. Don't matter what they do. Football wouldn't be nothing without a point spread. Soccer has to have a point spread. got to be able to wager on them because we have all the young ones, none of the old ones here, and the only reason the adults want to go to see a game is to wager. You can call it another foul.
Fogarty knocks down number 7, Zoran Karic. 5 fouls on the blast, and we're just 3 minutes and 11 seconds into the game.
We've got a lot of work cut out for us now. Come on, Billy.
Billy Ronson. Dominic Mobilio in the corner. Mobilio trying to get it back, but San Diego gets the possession. Crossfield, ahead for Zoran Karic. Karic setting it up. Valentine knocked it away. A wide open net. Luckily, no San Diego player was able to get back.
Ryan Quinn just missed it. He took a swing at it. But believe you me, that was a fine play all the way around.
Mobilio to Ronson. San Diego gets it back, but Freddie Thompson kicks it down. Wide open in the center of the field is Mobilio. Excuse me,
foul by the goalkeeper.
Mike Sweeney, and he gets shoved up against the boards.
The foul was on the goalie, and they should, believe you me, it wasn't that far out of the penalty area. Arnie was right on top, but he's a good referee, by the way. Tom, did you announce the referees?
They were on right at the beginning of the game. Pictures of them. Blast lead at 1-0. Trying for 2. Ball popped up in the air to midfield. Freddie Thompson retreats.
Foul on San Diego.
Cacho with a foul. 3 on San Diego, 5 on the Blast. Just under the 11-minute mark of the first quarter. Ball goes in the seats.
You know, you fans, you watch Hosky tonight. He's fired up. It's very seldom the big Norwegian shows any emotion. Tonight, he and Berndy are already talking about it, and they're talking to one another. Now, there's two fellas that never had any love for one another when they played on different teams. But Kai Hoskevee handles the ball, the softest feet I've seen in the league for many a day.
Hoskevee and David Byrne, 2 additions for the Blast this year. And as you mentioned, some of these players may not be back with the threat of expansion next year. Some will be lost automatically because of that. And Hoskevee could wind up in Cleveland coaching the Crunch.
Well, he has to, the only way that Cleveland franchise can make it is to bring Hoskevee back.
Is that right?
And along with Valentine, more than likely. They are Cleveland players. They made a name for themselves in Cleveland. And Hoskevee is almost as old as Cooper. So how long is he going to play?
Rusty Troy scored the Blast goal, 1-0 Baltimore. That coming at the 2:47 mark of the first period. 10:55 left to play in the first quarter. And we're ready for more action. Thompson sort of had to run up his body and bounce away. Hoskevee picks it up near the scoreboard. San Diego heads it down. Jungle trying to gain possession for San Diego, but Mark Metrick kicks it away.
Did you see Hoskevee hit him in the throat?
No.
Blast
back on defense. Hoskevee demanding. Manning kicks it out to midfield and then some. San Diego has to retreat to get it.
Well, what they're doing now, we're playing pretty smart soccer right now. San Diego, invariably, when they attack, they try to go for an open space, just like that. The old give and go. Well, they hit the blind spot and expect to catch up to it. That's how they play offense. Tough man in that hole. They're trying to put Jungle into the pivot in the slot, and he'll pivot, and he handles the ball very well. Right to him again.
Jungle pops it up in the air. Blast get it back. Metric retreats back to get it. Pulls it back for the Blast. They kick it back downfield, and San Diego has to run back and get it. Don't forget at halftime, something exciting. We're going to be giving away a car. The pride of Baltimore Pontiac dealers in Fox 45 giving a car away at halftime.
There was an excellent blind pass by Jungle off the boards. He's got to play those boards like it's the 7th man.
Carl Valentine, double team, getting it to Billy Ronson. Ronson had it stripped. San Diego has possession. 1-0 Blast, 9:30 left to play first quarter.
You'll notice that San Diego uses their goalie a lot more than we do. They'll get the ball back to them quite a bit.
Brian Quinn into the corner. And the Blast back out to San Diego. They're back at midfield right now. The Blast have been able to get the ball away from San Diego and make them work to bring it downfield.
They bring their goalie up awfully far, Tom. And right inside the red line, it's a pretty good move. He can handle the ball with his feet. He got hit.
Valentine and also Mike Sweeney, they're covering. The calls against the Blast.
He was cutting, and he...
6 fouls.
Let's look at the replay. He's going through, and they picked him off, is what it's all about. Watch him. He got snailed. In other words, instead of having to give and go, he took him right then and there. It's a foul on the Blast. I think they have 6, Tom.
6 and 3 for San Diego. The Blast have the 1-0 lead with 8:59 left to play in the first quarter. Game 6, the Major Indoor Soccer League Championship Finals. Blast against San Diego. If there is a Game 7 and the Blast would have to win tonight, it'll also be live on Fox 45 coming up this Saturday night at 7:30.
Burns is coming into the penalty box. Now this fella here is an explosive type soccer player, and talk about his free spirit and so forth. But he's a pretty good soccer player, and they've got him on in the penalty box now. When he comes out, he'll come out gunning.
San Diego on the power play.
All right, watch the corner right now, Tom. Keep an eye on the corner. Jungle will play it off.
To Crow. Crow shot off Manning's hand, and it goes out of the stadium near the fans in the stands. Beautiful deflection by Scott Manning.
You know, you don't know how hard they're kicking that ball until you're down there with them. Close. Oh, they really unloaded. Now, Brian Quinn hits them as hard as anybody, but that was a hard shot, and Scotty had a piece of it, and that's all that matters. Scotty's directing traffic. Does a good job. When he's up, he's up.
San Diego 4 seconds into a power play situation for the next 2 minutes.
Well, we've got a 3-1-1 defense, and he just missed a shot.
Crow missed. Get it back out to Bronco Sakota. San Diego on the attack. Carl Valentine trying to take it away. Very effectively works around, and the ball controlled by Mark Metrick, and Valentine gets it back for the Blast out to midfield, and Metrick trying to take it away, but could not. San Diego with a one-man advantage with about 1:30 left to play in the power play for San Diego. Blast lead at 1-0. 8:30 left to play first quarter. Wide left. Shot taken by Carrick. Carrick again. To Jungle, but Jungle is behind him. Off the glass. Carrick fighting for possession, has it. And Valentine slides the ball away to the delight of the fans here in Baltimore.
Well, they lost an opportunity just then to have any kind of a scoring thrust. 2 bad passes. And I can't believe why they would let Crow shoot the ball. When he plays the defense most of the time, he doesn't have that kind of a shot. So I think San Diego had the wrong man shooting, and they didn't want him to shoot, actually, but he wound up being open.
50 seconds left in the power play for San Diego. 1-0 Blast.
Double foul on the Blast.
30-point Blast.
Bronson playing all over the field defense.
Bronson hustles. Big. Gives you your money's worth every night. The kid comes to play.
Kevin Crow. Back to the corner for Sakota. Again, the Blast is doing the job defensively. 1-0 Blast, 7:33 left to play first quarter. We'll be back with more Major Indoor Soccer League Championship in just a moment.
Quality. A lot of people like to use that word, but not many are willing to guarantee it. That sets Amoco Ultimate apart from other gasolines. Its quality is guaranteed. If one tank full of engine cleaning 93 octane Ultimate doesn't stop, knock, and run on in your car, Amoco will refund your money. Period. So, while others talk quality, Amoco guarantees it.
Live on Fox 45, Tom Davis, Charlie Ekman, Game 6 of the Major Indoor Soccer League Championship Series final. Blast leading San Diego 1-0 on a goal by Rusty Troy. San Diego in the blue uniforms, shooting wide left. Crow heading it, trying to get it down to Carrick, but the Blast roll it out of there. And here's Freddie Thompson. Thompson can get past the goalie without a shot, but he could not.
But believe you me, that's a good sign when the goalie comes out, and as much as they're using Noguera, he has to come out and be a part of it. Now, Newman is excited over there. He's calling him over. He may call a timeout because he's pretty upset with his ball club. The goalkeeper has been in almost every offensive play. Forget about his defense. He's up on the front line. And Ron Newman is really he's going wild on the bench. Believe me, they got away with murder just then. If Thompson would have faked him and then got him out of position and just dribbled it in, we'd have been in front 2-0. One of those unfortunate happenings. Anytime you see a goalkeeper play that far out, they're asking for trouble.
Just 5 seconds left in the power play situation for the San Diego Sockers. Baltimore leading 1-0 with 7:04 left to play in the first quarter. Blast have 7 fouls. San Diego has 3. David Byrne ready to come on court, or on field, excuse me. Byrne on field now for the Blast.
We were outside, we'd call it a pitch, but we're inside. And we got an open spot, and he doesn't have any shot.
San Diego fighting for the ball, double team. Blast with Byrne and Ronson there. The ball gets knocked out into the seats.
Let me point out something to you, Tom. I haven't seen Sakota yet. Now, Segota's their most explosive player. Alan Willie's a fine soccer player and all that, but I haven't seen him as yet.
Blast lead at 1-0. We'll be back with more of Game 6 in just a moment.
You check out any cars?
Ford, Chrysler.
Good basic cars, but
No
no
excitement. I think I found the one.
Oh, yeah?
Priced right, quality built, exciting to drive.
It's going to be a Pontiac.
It's going to be a Pontiac.
And right now, one of Pontiac's hottest, Grand Am, is available with GMAC financing as low as 2.9% or $500 cash back at any of your 9 Pride of Baltimore Pontiac dealers.
Baltimore! It's going to be a Pontiac.
We picked up Green. He shoots and he scores. The crowd goes wild. Cap. Hi, great crowd out there, huh? Oh, you know, they're here to salute you.
I love them all.
You know, I'd sure like to be in your shoes.
Better lace them on real tight, because that's all you have out there. Just you and your shoes.
Hey, Cap, who was the quickest player you ever saw?
Nate Archibald, Kansas City.
Who was the toughest you ever put a move on?
Judy, sophomore, UCLA.
Tom Davis and Charlie Ekman back at the arena where the Blast lead San Diego 1-0 on a goal by Rusty Troy coming at just 2:47 into the game. The Blast, Ken Cooper, the coach right now, calling his club over to talk to them just a little bit. And Ron Newman, the San Diego coach, there's no real love between these two men whatsoever.
Well, you know, when you're going down to the wire and you're playing for all the money, regardless of how you get along, and he played for him and all that, who struck John, but he's playing for the money. Cooper's just playing for his life. Newman's won enough times. He's been a very smart, experienced coach. And there's no love lost in the playoffs like this. You've got to forget you ever do the guy. Well, let's see how we set up a 2-2-1 defense.
Jungle trying to find an opening there in a seam.
He did.
Manning batted away. Can the Blast bat it out? They did. Beautiful move by Kai Hoskevy.
Let me tell you something. The guy is up, I'm telling you. Attaboy, Scott. Take your time.
Manning leaping to bring the ball down and then whipping it downfield.
Beautiful pitch. I don't know money.
Oh, contact made.
I guarantee you he paid for it.
Fernandez went down, didn't get a call. Cacho off the boards. Jungle backs up to retrieve. Through a couple of legs, San Diego retains possession.
Fogarty's got to get rid of the ball. He's got to clear the ball. He can't be passing it around here in the goal mouth.
Scott Manning diving to knock the ball away. 5:55 left to play in the first. Blast lead at 1-0 with a free kick.
Well, they fouled Manning. We got a free kick coming up.
7 fouls on the Blast, 4 on San Diego.
Fogarty made a mistake then and almost cost us. You don't fool around with that ball, Tom, in that area, in the box area. You get rid of it and get it downfield. No time to be passing, showing your skills.
Well, it seems like San Diego's been playing the majority of their offense back down near their goalie, Victor Negara.
Well, they pack it in anyhow in the back, and of course they use the goalie more than we do as an offensive tool.
Delia knocks it up into the seats. Often wondered why the fans in the stands don't try to keep the soccer ball here. They throw it right back on the field.
Well, there's no place to put them in your pocket.
They're kind of hard to put in the seat next to you, too. It takes up a seat to the side.
If the ladies use it, they think everybody was pregnant in the neighborhood. So we can't do that. Therefore, that's why they don't do, Tom.
Rusty Troy's goal gives the Blast a 1-0 lead. 5:25 left to play in the first. Blast need a win here to force the 7th game Saturday night. If it happens, we'll be back here live on Fox 45 Saturday night at 7:30.
I never saw this Dougherty play before, so I don't know anything about him. But it looks like he's got a little bit of speed.
Bronson fighting, getting it back to the Blast, and then there's a whistle.
Is that okay? I understand he was a St. Louis player years back. I didn't see him play in St. Louis either. So did I?
Talking about a drop ball call?
Well, I think it's carpet. No, I think the carpet came loose.
Oh. All right, with 5:07 left to play in the first, Blast leading 1-0. We'll be back with more live play-by-play. The Blast and San Diego in Game 6 in a moment.
Business is great. I have a staff of 10. I make anywhere from 10 to 15 meetings a week, and I'm the mother of 3. How do I do it? With statewide paging. They keep me in touch no matter where I go.
Instant access, local dialing, expert service. Statewide paging is the 100-mile paging service that keeps you in touch with your world.
The one thing I don't have to worry about is missing those important calls.
Call Statewide Paging, 1-800-638-9969.
Some big-time beer executives can't understand what keeps Pabst Blue Ribbon so popular.
They don't have a mascot. They don't have a gimmick.
Pabst's success isn't hard to figure. For over 100 years, Pabst has been consistently brewed with only the finest hops and grains. It's what's inside that counts. People know, even if some beer executives don't.
Register to win a classic Chevy Cameo truck. Details at participating stores where Pabst is sold.
While we were away, this just happened momentarily.
It looked like Ralph Black pulled him down from the rear. It's got to be a 2-minute penalty, Tom, I believe. Ralph Black pulling Ronson down. So we're in advantage now with 4:56 to go in this period.
And Rusty Troy with a blast goal, 1-0 blast. And the blast in their first power play situation of the evening. San Diego had one earlier when the Blast reached their 6th foul mark.
Now this is a good scoring lineup. Cooper's got him here right now with Hoskevy, Burns, and Valentine along with Ronson. Looks at a big kid in the middle. So this ball club right now, he's going out for the goal. He's going all out to get one early. He knows that if he hits them early and takes away their fire, it'll stop this ball club. And that's what Cooper's trying to do now.
Blast with 9 for 22 in power play situations during the playoffs.
They may have one man as a chaser out front. It looks like they're going to use that Dougherty and the other fella to chase him. What's his name?
Mabilio's in the middle.
No, I don't mean that. I mean for San Diego.
Hoskevy kicks it up to the Pontiac sign and it ricochets back.
Fernandez will go out and chase him on one side, Dougherty on the other. But believe you me, if we just use our head and have some patience, we can score with this unit we have in there. Bringing in Freddie Thompson now.
And also Mark Metrick. Where's number 20? Thompson 19. Carl Valentine with 21. Billy Ronson and Kai Hoskevy. Blast in a power play situation. 1:40 left with the one-man advantage. Blast leading 1-0 with about 4.5 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Valentine with the ball for the Blast.
They're getting us out early. They're meeting the ball early. They're trying to attack the ball.
Then the Blast 9 of 22 in power play situations during the playoffs.
McGarrett was out of the goal, and he tried to get it to Ronson. Ronson could have just a shade and missed it. What a shot!
Big foul on the side of McGarrett. McGarrett just covered the ball.
This Hoskevy hit one a ton. He hit one a ton.
Hoskevy stripped. Off the boards, looking for Mabilio. Mabilio tried to use the boards, couldn't get it to come back on the bounce.
Beautiful pass by Hoskevy.
Jungle goes down. Valentine has the ball for the Blast. Billy Ronson plays it off the boards. He was looking for Hoskevy, even missed him.
Oh boy, Bernsey beat him to the ball. Bernsey's dribbling down now. He's looking.
Billy Ronson missed the kick. 35 left in the power play. Valentine, right side, near side. Down into the corner. Hoskevy crossfield for David Byrne. Now Carl Valentine looking, passing for Hoskevy. Hoskevy had it knocked away by George Fernandez.
This is it.
Final 15 seconds of the one-man advantage for the Blast.
Bad pass.
San Diego knocks it back. Manning will retrieve. 5 seconds to go in the power play. Mabilio chips it up in the air and into the seats. 2 seconds in the power play. 1-0 Blast, 2:58 to go first quarter. The goal by Rusty Troy coming 2:47 into the game.
Well, now they're doing something I hate to see. Hoskevy and Valentine are having a pretty good go at it, which way they were supposed to go. Valentine was not expecting to pass back from Hoskevy. They got their signals crossed up, and both of them were trying so hard, and in the heat of the battle, they didn't have their respective assignments. So they'll go into Cooper. They'll go into Cooper now and have a chat with Kenny.
Victor Nagara taking a shot right there.
Well, he certainly plays out as far as any goalie I've seen play, Tom. He stays out of that net more than he does in it.
Bruce Savage can't play tonight because of an injury. Tim Whitman has an ankle sprain. He probably won't get into the game. Maybe for a moment or two he will.
No, he can't move. Timmy's hurting.
This is Mike Sweeney. San Diego has it. Both teams at full strength now. 2:39 to go, first quarter. Brian Quinn with the ball. Back to Nagara. Quinn wide open now on the right side, far side of the field. Cross field for Ralph Black.
But we're pressing them all over. Sweeney's running out here and pressing them. That's good. If they make a mistake, it's an easy goal. And that's good. That's good soccer. Press them, because the more they have to go, these old men will have to be tired of that last quarter.
Sweeney
hit it.
To David Byrne. Nagara knocked it away. Corner kick blast, 2:09 to play, first quarter. Baltimore 1-0 over San Diego.
All right, here's the replay. You see, the more Cooper presses them, that's his strategy, to press them, to make them run, And a ball club, it's got some age on them. The more they run, the tougher it's going to be going down to the wire. And he uses substitutions very liberally. So therefore, the Blast so far have really used anybody too much. And the San Diego ball club has had Jungle in there most of the entire period.
Ronson off the boards, chipped away by San Diego and retreated for by the Blast. They get it back at midfield.
Boy, Billy
Ronson right in the center of things. Freddie Thompson got it back for the Blast, but then kicked away by 14 Brian Quinn of San Diego. This is Billy Ronson. He was pulled almost from behind by number 20, Bronco Sakota, around the shirt collar. He was pulled. Let's see if they make a call.
It was no love tap, was it?
Definitely not.
If you're going to foul him good.
Watch the pull on the shirt.
We don't catch it. Let's go back to live action.
Mike Sweeney to Billy Ronson. San Diego double coverage in the corner, far side. And it looks like San Diego's trying to look for some trouble over there as Ralph Black goes down. And Black is quite upset. Fans are on their feet here in Baltimore. Ralph Black.
Sweeney and Black. That would be a good matchup. Both of them are pretty strong young men. Both coaches are up. Newman's crying to the referees. He wants all kind of calls. Put that camera on Newman. Watch him cry. Watch Newman. He's been hollering all day. He's been crying since the game started.
He might have to change shirts by halftime the way he's sweating this one out.
I doubt if he has many more at his age that fit him.
1-0 Blast. 1:36 left to play in the first quarter. Rusty Troy scored the game's only goal. That coming from the Blast, 2:47 in. And don't forget, Saturday night we'll be back here if there's a Game 7. Charlie and I will be live on Fox 45, 7:30, coming up on Saturday night.
Newman takes a shot at the goalkeeper, too. He'd give him a fist. Well, you know, you win a lot of championships. It's tough to give it up. They have had some great teams. You can't take it away from the San Diego club. And Newman's done a fine job of coaching. He wins. That's the name of the game. All right, Tom, 1:36 to play here.
Carriage goes to the penalty box. Blast have a one-man advantage. Crowd continues to build here, but the Blast would have hoped for more. Carl Valentine into the corner. Mabilia was open but couldn't get the ball on his foot. Hoskovy off the sign, knocked down by number 6 George Fernandez.
Oh, what a shot he took. Believe you me, Hoskovy is a pretty good actor, but that was
David Byrne just off the upright.
Beautiful shot by Bernsey.
San Diego with a man down. Blast getting it back though. Valentine trying to get to the ball. San Diego knocks it into the seat. Fernandez was the guy that chipped it up there. Kick in for the Blast. 1-0 Baltimore. 1:12 left to play first quarter.
When you see Hoskovy get the ball at Valentine, watch the two of them work together. They've been working together for a couple of years, and the last play was definitely a set play with Hoskovy and Valentine. And that's why they're at one another, because they both know they have capabilities, and they both want this game bad. So far, I've enjoyed what I've seen with these two fellas, because they have been putting out right now.
Hoskovy cross field for Valentine. Last minute of play first quarter. There's Hoskovy back to Byrne. Byrne.
Good play.
Pick up over his head to Valentine. Valentine finding a lane. Hoskovy with the ball for the Blast. 45 seconds to go, first quarter. Carl Valentine using the boards. Ricochets off. The blast, David Byrne coming over, but missed it. Ball was kicked away by 12, Kevin Crow. San Diego has it back.
Now you see what they do now. They hit that open spot, and the ball players invariably run for it. In other words, like a blind pass, and that's exactly what it is.
45 in the power play. Hoskevy. But McGarren knocked it away. Valentine got sandwiched there by Jungle, but Byrne took care of him. Blast get it back. 25 seconds in the power play. Hoskevy takes the pass from Valentine. Off the board.
Quarter's over.
Quarter is over here. One complete. Blast lead it 1-0 on the goal by Rusty Troy. We'll be back with the start of the second quarter. Live from the Baltimore Arena on Fox 45 in just a moment.
Patricia Fisher, a mother of 2, injured at work. Her law firm, Jenkins & Block. Mark Stotler Sr., age 34, sustained personal injury on the job. His law firm, Jenkins & Block. Raleigh Bland, nearing retirement, sustained a career-threatening injury. His law firm, Jenkins & Block. At Jenkins & Block, your case, your compensation, and your well-being are our primary concerns. Jenkins & Block, the disability specialist.
Now, during Rent-A-Center's fantastic Fisher sale, get this state-of-the-art 100-watt Fisher stereo system with remote, a 5-disc CD changer, and a free compact disc, all for just $21.99 a week. You also get our home free guarantee. That includes free repairs and loaners, so you'll never even miss a beat. Rent-A-Center, with RAC, your home free.
Fiesta! Introducing the Summer Fiesta at Taco Bell. Fiesta with our 69-cent value menu.
Fiesta!
Tacos, tostadas, burritos, and more, just 69 cents.
Fiesta!
With free drink refills. The Summer Fiesta at Taco Bell, where the best food meets an even better price, and where everyone's coming this summer for a
Fiesta!
So you had a little accident, and your insurance company wasn't very nice about it. They canceled you. So you called another insurance company, and they weren't exactly friendly.
I'm the law around here.
Finally, you found one who would insure you, and you asked for an easy payment plan.
When you've had enough from other insurance companies, call CATS. We'll give you same-day coverage and let you pay as you drive.
Go from Kansas to Concord with CATS.
Business is great. I have a staff of 10. I make anywhere from 10 to 15 meetings a week, and I'm the mother of 3. How do I do it? With statewide paging. They keep me in touch no matter where I go.
Instant access, local dialing, expert service. Statewide paging is the 100-mile paging service that keeps you in touch with your world.
The one thing I don't have to worry about is missing those important calls.
Call statewide paging, 1-800-638-9969.
You're watching WBFF Fox 45 in Baltimore. Your clear choice.
Tom Davis and Charlie Ekman back again at the Baltimore Arena, and real happy to be back covering the Blast once again live on Fox 45. The Blast lead at 1-0 on a goal by Rusty Troy. We're going to take a look at this goal coming 2:47 into the game.
That's it. Beautiful shot. Good pass off the boards. You know, it's great to be back with soccer. It's the greatest game around for conditioning, fans, and believe you me, you feel like you're right into it. And for you and I to come back, it's a treat for both of us, Tom, and it's always a pleasure being with you. But give me those statistics. I don't like them.
I know how you love statistics. Manning with 1 save.
Wrong. They should lock up the guy to keep the statistics.
And Victor Noguera has 4 saves.
I can count 4 without even thinking. What about the forearm shot he took? Look at this. We have another play here. It looks like Marty didn't like the way things were going, so he's going to bring him back and try it again. Apparently, we weren't ready with the clock. Elliot.
I'll tell you what probably happened, Charlie. They were probably selling some more commercials back in San Diego.
You know, that could have happened, Thomas. Of course, it wouldn't happen here with our director, David Zepovich, on top of things and selling the commercials as well as directing and producing the show. We don't have that problem.
It's a wonder he's not up here doing the play-by-play in color also at the same time.
Don't give him any ideas, please.
1-0 Blast, and we're ready to start the second quarter.
One save. I don't know who's the statistician is. If I'm Cooper, I'd fire him tonight.
Don't forget, live on Fox 45 coming up Saturday night at 11. We're going to have a chat with Roland Heeman. Charlie and I will be talking with him, and also John Barr, the new scouting director of the Orioles. An interesting hour-long show Saturday night from 11 till midnight, live on Fox 45. This is Dominic Mobilio.
This big kid Mobilio looks like he could be a football player.
Big is tall.
Yeah. Good shot. Get it goes. Get it for David Byrne. It goes through the goalkeeper's leg. He was screened out of the play. A shot from about 40 feet. And Burns, he scores. It's 2-0 Blast. Get a replay. Way to go, Burnsy. They're hooping it up now. They're romping and stomping. Look at it play, Tommy. Goes through this guy's legs, bleeding.
Oh, look at the leg move up in the air. Did you see that? Dominic Mobilio just lifted the leg like he said a fire plug.
That's right. He screened him. He had no idea where the ball was. 2-0. Burnsy. The guys from out of town have got to do the job, but that's as simple as that.
Burns' 9th playoff goal. 2-0 Blast. Charlie, I thought maybe you were going to have a heart attack. You were so enthusiastic.
I love to see them goals. That's what this game is all about. Put the ball in the back of the net. I don't want to hear about all that dribbling and fooling around. Kick the ball in the net. Now, you see, they use their goalie entirely,
too much.
As far as I'm concerned, entirely too much. I don't think he's all that good with his feet. And that's going to cost him before long. We keep pressing them. They'll make a mistake.
Carriage charged with a charge. Free kick for the Blast. 2-0 Baltimore. Dominic Mobilio, double team. Blast control. Freddie Thompson at midfield. Into the corner for Billy Ronson. I don't think he even sat down during the first quarter.
Billy keeps going. Billy came to America from England, and he needed a job, and the Coops took care of him, and this kid is paying off in big dividends.
Nobody thought he would score as many goals as he has in postseason.
Well, he never looked for to score last year. He always was passing the ball, dribbling, or upsetting everybody, but now he's looking to score.
I can remember last year so many times during the game, she'd be saying, shoot it, Ronson.
That's right. I've been telling him that for 2 years, and he finally got the message. He thanked me the other day.
Finally sunk in, huh?
Yeah, you get the scorers drive Cadillacs, passers drive Fords. Hit him again, Billy.
Thinking of cars will be giving away a Pontiac at halftime.
Look at this ball. We got San Diego rattled right now. The chance to pick up a few goals. Hit it,
Thompson, just a little above the crossbar. David Byrne to Valentine. Knocked away by San Diego to midfield. Byrne retreats to get it back.
Got this ball club thinking right now.
Valentine playing aggressively. Has a lane off the board. Kicked up in the air. Will it go out of field? It does. And then gets pushed back on by a fan. With 13:01 left to play in the first half. Blast leading 2-0. We'll be back with more of Game 6 in the Major Indoor Soccer League Championship Finals in just a moment.
Hey, Dad, there's this party tonight, and
You want to take the convertible?
actually, the truck would be fine.
Whatever. Have a good time.
Mandarin Orange from Slice, the best loved orange soda in America.
Dad! It's your dad.
Boy, is he touchy.
Blast with the ball. 2-0 lead for the Blast with 12:45 left to play in the first half. Tom Davis and Charlie Ekman live on Fox 45 here in Baltimore. Manning kicking it to midfield. Hoskevy kicked it with his head, actually headed it out to the left corner.
Attaboy, Burns. You double team Jungle. You've got to double team him just like you do Michael Jordan. You don't, you can ride home for money.
Manning with a nice pass right in front of the Blast bench. Mobilio had it taken away. Hoskevy trying to get it back but could not. San Diego has it.
I'm seeing some, I see some things that are good signs.
Sakota off the glass. ball up off the scoreboard and the whistle blows.
When you see Segota shoot from that far out, Tom, you know he's pressing. He's begging a little bit. He's getting desperate. And that ball club's making a lot of bad passes. They've lost that smoothness, that finesse, and they're at a club that doesn't really become, you might say, flustered. When I've seen them pick this ball around, they have no rhyme or reason. When Segota shoots from that far out, believe you me, he's hungry.
Don't forget, blast tickets for Saturday's night's game. Call 481-6000 or 1-800-448-9009 if you're outside of the greater Baltimore area. Blast to be right back here for Game 7 Saturday night. If the Blast can pull off the victory, they're leading 2-0. 12 minutes left to play, first half.
Good save by Fogarty. Got his foot in there at the right time, playing better position now. We're laying back more, and they're starting to press. We've changed our style of attack. Cooper's changed now. Believe you me, he has changed the mannerism. That's good. We're letting them take those shots from 30, 40 feet. They're not going to hurt anybody. 11:41 to go, 2-0 Blast. Very emotionally packed ball game. You might say there's emotions are running rather high on the floor. We got the first shot in. It took some of the sting out of them. The second goal really got this ball club thinking. It's going to take them a while to get back in sync.
Don't forget, make your reservations for those tickets for Saturday night. Call 481-6000. Blast tickets available. Plenty for Saturday night's game. You want to be here for Game 7. Blast leading 2-0 here in Game 6. They need this victory to force that deciding game.
Well, we want to see the goal again by Bernsey.
Look at the footwork here.
Well, he screens him, see, with that foot right through his legs. And if he had stopped it, Bronson would have put it in.
Dominic Mobilio lifting the leg and letting the ball roll right through.
Well, that's what they call a good screen. Now, the only thing that's happened to us with the crowds is we're not as big as we should because of the long layoff. Nobody can have a month layoff like that. Play in the middle of June to play. It's hurt this Blast club. Hit it!
Wide left the shot for the Blast. Billy Ronson digging in the corner. Carriage getting it out for San Diego.
Good play, Freddie.
Nice slide there by the Kevin Crow.
I'll tell you, Freddie Thompson's a much improved soccer player, too. He's getting the feel of the game, and I haven't seen as many games this year as I ordinarily would see, but it's good to see little Billy especially, but when I look at Burns, I know what he can do. I know what Hoskins he can do, Valentine. See Thompson improve like he has. It's a good big plus. Now, we're doing the same thing that San Diego has been doing. Putting 3 players on one side, overloading one side, and then passing the ball into the blind side where you have some room to operate.
Rusty Troy had possession a moment ago. He was the man who scored the first Blast goal. David Byrne had the other. 2-0 Blast.
That a boy. Little foul there. A little pulling as he went by. We don't want to quit, Tom, right now. We don't want to get cocky and think that we got this thing. We want to keep digging.
1 foul for each club here in the second quarter. Each team has had a couple of power play situations. 1 for San Diego, 2 for Baltimore. David Byrne, cross field for Freddie Thompson to wait for the ball to come off the boards and then kicks it down here to Rusty Troy right in front of us. Troy looking for somebody coming off the bench and finds Ken Fogarty.
Fogarty's not a shooter. He's a roughhouse guy. He's more or less your hatchet man. He'll take care of the rough stuff. He'll put you against the boards. It keeps you honest.
An intimidator.
That's right. Every ball club has a couple of them. You have to have them. The enforcer.
Troy.
Woo! What a shot.
Off Negaro's chest. And Ronson will try. Negaro covers. 10-10 left in the first half. 2-0 Blast. Goals by Rusty Troy and David Byrne. 1 in each quarter.
Did you notice that the San Diego is not getting back? They're letting Noguera. Noguera's back there by himself, naked. That's it.
In the seats. It'll be a kick in for the Blast. Don't forget those tickets. 481-6000. Plenty available Saturday night for Game 7.
Well, they deserve the support of the fans. I mean, they warranted. They played good soccer. That's up for all the money. And the fans should come out and support this club. Certainly nobody works any harder than Kenny Cooper, period.
Cooper thought the San Diego Sockers got a little bit too cocky right before Game 5.
Well, he and Danny Counts work day and night at this game. And, of course, the owners are involved now, Hassan and Weissman. Now, notice that. There's the blind pass, the opening, and they're going right into it. They're doing the same thing as San Diego did against us for the first 2 games in this arena. And this arena's so small, you have to do that. You overload one side and then pass the ball to the other. You don't even have everybody tell you that. You just know it's going to be there. Hit it!
Hoska feeds to Fogarty off the glass. Blaster waiting for the ricochet, couldn't get it. Valentine was in proper position, but the ball didn't come his way.
Hoskins drew a foul.
Second foul for the Sockers. Last ball. Fogarty. Knocked down. San Diego has the ball. Valentine steals it away, but San Diego gets it back. Angle pass near side. Off Mobilio's head, and San Diego will retreat as the goaltender, Victor Nagara, who had 4 saves in the first quarter, gets it back away from the net. Ralph Black. Guarded by
There's a
Valentine.
foul. He gave it to Valentine. Valentine was going to play the ball off the boards and go by him, and Ralph played the man, which is a smart play to get away with it.
3 fouls for San Diego, 1 for the Blast. 8:57 left to play first half. 2-0 Blast.
Beautiful play.
Valentine using the glass, but Nagara scoops it up, gets it out here to Cacho. Cacho,
I wonder what his last name is. Ketchup?
Byrne covered by 20, Segota.
He drew a foul. Segota and him are having words now.
4 fouls on San Diego.
Burnsy drew the foul. Look at him. Burnsy backed it. He made him foul him. Good play by Burnsy.
Looked like a takedown in the WWF.
See, the Baltimore Ball Club can afford to do anything they want in this game because they're not going back to San Diego. So if you're going to take your shots at anybody, do it in these two. They have no comeback.
Valentine finds an opening along the seam for Hoskins. Guy back to David Byrne at midfield. 8:10 to go first half.
Well, we're settling the ball down now. Don't fool with it out here,
Dakota trying to steal it away. Last pass it upfield to Mark Metric.
He had a foul.
It'll be the Blast second foul.
San Diego. Coach Newman called that as well as the referees. He helped them. I don't blame him. I used to do the same thing when I coached.
Pride of Baltimore Pontiac dealers at Fox 45 giving away a car at halftime. Fernandez to Victor Nagara. Nagara with a chip shot. Finding Quinn. Woo! Freddie Thompson nicked it away.
Come on, Billy, outrun him.
Seems like San Diego has to retreat, set up, and then they're taking their time tonight.
Well, they're back now better than they were.
Vermez trying to find Jungle, could not. Last for Valentine in front of the glass. Valentine pulling the ball down, but closely guarded by Hermes. Aronsi coming across trying to get it, but Hermes flips it back toward the goalie. Brian Quinn has the ball as the whistle blows.
Starting to prepare, this will be the official timeout.
So with 7:08 left to play here in the first half, the Blast with a 2-0 lead. We'll be back with more of Game 6 of the finals of the Major Indoor Soccer League Championship Series in just a moment.
QuickSet protects your sound set, your collector set, even your fin set, while you're out winning a tennis set. QuickSet locks. Beautiful, strong, affordable. QuickSet protects more American homes than any other lock set. So let QuickSet protect your kid's set. While you're at work with a desk set, QuickSet. Beautiful protection for the smart set.
The lowest prices of the year at Levitt's.
What a sale! Levitt's showrooms are loaded with furniture bargains in every department, like the great low prices on Bassett Chiropractor Deluxe bedding. Twin size only $88 each piece. Full size only $138 each piece. And that's just one of the bargains on sale at Levitt's lowest prices of the year.
Well, welcome back to the Baltimore Arena. better known as the Baltimore Civic Center to us Baltimoreans. Blast 2-0 lead over the Sockers, with goals coming one in each period for the Blast. Rusty Troy, 2:47 into the game. David Byrne scored 25 seconds into the second quarter, getting a great lift of the leg by Dominic Nobilio to sort of screen out the goaltender, Victor Nagaro, to put the Blast up 2-0. 7:08 left to play first half. Don't forget Blast tickets for Saturday night's Game 7, 481-6000. They're available also at all Hex and the Arena box office. So make the plans now for Saturday night. You don't want to miss Game 7. If you've ever been a Blast fan, it'll be time to show up and make your voice count.
Yeah, show up now or forget it. But however, the Baltimore Blast, they deserve your support. And believe you me, I'm encouraged by the things that I'm seeing tonight by some of the veterans. Valentine's been playing his heart out. A little bit of tough luck. Before the night's over, Valentine will score. Bernsey has gotten his. Hoskovy playing outstanding soccer. And when the old pros play well, the rest of the club gets picked up as well. You'll see fellas doing things that they don't think they're capable of. And it's a lot like the Orioles. I mean, as the more the season grows and they play good ball, they'll get better all the time because they'll begin to believe that they can do it. And that's what this game of sports is all about. Believing you can. We all have skills.
Ralph Black for San Diego. Ball kicked up and out of the field by Bronco Staccato. It'll be a goal kick by the Blast. 6:49 to go first half.
The tempo is slowed up a lot, Tom, because both clubs may be a bit tired, but the Blast have to keep the pressure on this club. They're the ones that have the age on them. And in a small arena, you can last longer by playing good position.
A lot of people figured that the Blast would get stale having the period of time off that they had from the end of the regular season to the postseason, but Kenny Cooper gave them a week off and then drilled them like he would through training camp to have them ready for Wichita. They won that series in 6, and now they're in Game 6 of this series, hoping to go to 7.
Well, I think they were stale at first, and the timing was off. There's a foul by Hoskovy, but anytime, it's just like the Lakers, they were stale. They didn't have the sharpness when they played against the Pistons the other night. And you lay off too long, it can't help you. Good play, double teaming.
Almost let it drift in off of him, but it rolled the other way, luckily. Zoran Karic around Sweeney. Karic gets it back, knocks down Sweeney. There's a whistle. Let's see who the foul is on.
Against San Diego.
Zoran Karic charged with a foul. 5 on San Diego.
Then Fogarty goes up and kicks him from behind. Oh, boy. Good play. Playing that boards well. We're looking for that ball. That's that 7th man. You've got to hit the boards and play it like one of your own ball players.
Fernandez. George for San Diego. Back to the goaltender, Victor Nagaro, as he tries to set things up. Karic trying to get around Freddie Thompson. Scott Manning bats it up in the air, gets up quickly and recovers it.
Great save by Scotty Manning.
You talk about quickness, Charlie. He was like a cat leaping into the air.
Well, he pounces on that ball. You know, he's got a youngster now, so he better be pouncing on that ball and making that big money while he can.
Scott Manning, a real tribute to this team over the last 7 years.
Quite a competitor.
When you consider there's only really 5 players back from a year ago, Manning has really been a cornerstone along with the other 4 that have been kept.
Oh, absolutely.
Into the seats.
Good play by Valentine, forcing the ball. Jungle's crying a little bit to get a call later on in the game. See, now this is an obvious call. It goes off the San Diego player. He knows it, you know it, I know it, they know it, but he's crying, hoping he'll get a call later in the game.
Watch Manning. Deflects it in the air, and watch how fast he gets to his feet. Oh, we can't see that. Sorry about that.
All right.
Freddie Thompson with the ball for the Blast. Manning distributing for Dominic Nobilio right in front of the Blast bench. Carl Valentine back to Manning, who kicks it out. Valentine will take it off the boards.
Hit it, kid.
Sidestepping Jungle, but Thompson will have to retrieve the kick away.
Jungle very seldom plays that defense, but he's forced to tonight. Here's a fellow that strictly was an offensive performer.
Billy Ronson. Valentine. Freddie Thompson trying to get around his man.
Oh.
Jungle nearly put it in.
It went through two of them, believe you me. Hoskeby and Ronson were both there.
And Jungle almost accidentally knocked it in.
Well, to no avail. Mark Metrick was on top of that play. I thought he was going to make a shot at it. That's the idea, though, to play the ball against the boards at all times. The ball takes funny hops. Watch this bounce off the boards. It'll come out of there.
See if Jungle doesn't almost get his foot in there and get it on. Look, see Jungle?
Yeah, but he didn't kick it anyway.
No, but he almost...
He might have saved the goal, actually. The ball, when it hits those boards, Tom, gets a lot of backspin sometimes. That's how Jungle scored and beat us here. The ball had a backspin on it and got into the corner of the goal. There was no way in this world the ball could go in a goal. If you're thinking positive, you're saying, how can the ball go in? Because of the backspin, the English.
Last tickets also available at all Hex and area at the Arena box office also for Game 7 Saturday night at 7:30. Can't make it? We'll have it right here live on Fox 45.
Can't make it, send money and we'll talk about it. Very simple game, Thomas.
We'll even call you a cab, right?
Oh, my Lord. 3:57 to go here as the Blast continue to play good high-pressure soccer against San Diego.
Rusty Troy and David Byrne with the goals, one in each period for the Blast, and both coming very early in each period. 2:47 into the first, Troy scored. Byrne scored just 25 seconds into the second.
Now Cooper's changed again. He's got Ronson running all over, and we're starting to force the play again. He's changed the tempo once more, which is good. Good stop.
Fogarty knocked it away. Billy Ronson brings it down.
What are you doing?
Trouble.
Whew. Sweeney come out of that alive. He made a bad play, and we recovered with good defense. Coming back on the D.
Sweeney. McGarrett gets the ball out. McGarrett getting it over to 28 Hamiz. Manning down and a net wide open.
Manning got fouled. He got hit good. Dakota's really begging.
Did you notice Manning sort of waved at Sakota?
Well, that's nothing new. You make a lot of gestures. Can we look at it again? Let's look at it again. Oh, yeah, he got nailed. And he helped him with a little bit of Hollywood. Not a bad show.
All right, with 3:06 left to play in the half, Blast lead at 2-0. We'll be back with more of Game 6 in a moment.
Business is great. I have a staff of 10. I make anywhere from 10 to 15 meetings a week, and I'm the mother of 3. How do I do it? With statewide paging. They keep me in touch no matter where I go.
Instant access, local dialing, expert service. Statewide paging is the 100-mile paging service that keeps you in touch with your world.
The one thing I don't have to worry about is missing those important calls.
Call statewide paging, 1-800-638-9969.
I'm proud to introduce the Gulp and Win a Million game at 7-Eleven. You can win a new Nissan or $1 million instantly. But here's the beauty. Everyone gets something every time they play. You can't lose. And there's over $25 million in discounts and prizes. Just look for game pieces on every Super Big Gulp, Super Slurpee, or Big Bite hot dog. Hey, I want a new Nissan. I've never won anything.
You can't keep it.
No, it's mine.
Well, you work for 7-Eleven. You can't win.
Well, then I quit.
You still can't win.
I can.
You won't.
I might.
Blast will be in the power play for the 2 of the final 3 minutes of this first half. Garrett goes into the penalty box. 6 fouls now on the Sockers, 3 on the Blast. Blast hold a 2-0 lead with 2:45 left to play in the first half.
What they're playing now in defense, they're playing a 1-2-1, and they have a chaser out there on either side, and that's now it's a 2-2. It goes from a 1-2-1 to a 2-2 defense, more or less like a zone. And that's exactly what the San Diego club is doing. Leaving the middle open. We've made a bad play here, bad pass.
Cacho.
Wonder how he signs his check. Cacho, catch me later or what? I mean,
I guarantee you one thing, he probably signs a big one.
Cacho. Well, anyhow, we're going to change a few ball players. We got Freddie Thompson back in the game. Tommy. Hoskeby's back in. Here comes the little guy Sweeney in. Let's see who we're going to go with.
Valentine and Scott Manning in there, and looks like Rusty Troy.
No. They're going to make a mistake in a minute back here, fooling around with his goalkeeper.
Mark Metrics, yeah.
It's going to cost him. And just about cost them, then they're lucky.
Thompson, guarded by Jungle.
Hit it.
Metric off the boards. Mark gets taken down.
McGuire made a nice save on the rebound. They got the ball and held it and covered it up. But that was an excellent play by the Blast all the way around. Metric made a fine play. Oh, no.
Thompson just missed.
What a pass. Wide open net. And Tommy had it all to himself.
It's twice now that Thompson's had a shot. Actually, remember earlier in the game there when he was going one-on-one against Nagara and couldn't get the ball past him.
Freddie, make up for it, kid.
Chipped up in the air and out.
Could be a corner kick.
Mike Sweeney. It'll be a corner kick for the Blast. 17 seconds left in the power play for the Blast. 2-0 Baltimore lead with 1:23 left to play in the half.
Here's a kind of a play when you want to have this corner kick. When you want a fellow like Barlich used to be here for the Blast when he played and had such a tremendous year. He could turn the ball loose and put English on it. Barlich was great on a corner kick going down to the wire. And Stemanovich, you know, Stankovic was one of those big guys that come firing through there. But we changed the whole style of play. Now Valentine may score right here.
Oskaviv will bring it in. Valentine's right on his right shoulder.
Timeout.
Oskaviv asks for time.
You see what he was doing? He's trying to set a play up. It was very obvious. They were looking for Valentine to get it too, but nobody else on the Blast were getting themselves open to the far turn. So Hoskey would have to go back to Valentine. He wanted to go across the floor.
2-0 Blast, 1:23 to go in the first half. And when you get down to it, the Blast got out kicking real well to start this game out. Rusty Troy, 2:47 into the game, came through with the Blast first goal. David Byrne, 25 seconds into the second quarter, added the second. And the Blast have that 2-0 lead. They won Game 5 to force this 6th game. They need a victory tonight to force a 7th and deciding game coming up on Saturday night. Tickets available here in Baltimore at the Arena and also at all Hex and the Arena box office. So all you have to do is make your plans for Saturday night. And if you can't get down here, remember it's going to be on Fox 45 at 7:30.
Beautiful pass here, as you'll see on the replay. And Thompson just missed it. That's all. He just blew it. But this was a great pass by Sweeney. Thompson easily should have had it too easy, I guess. See where Jerry Savak is in the stands tonight. And Big Mark, the fellow who used to be with us all the time from over there in Howard County, he wanted to say hello to the boys, Wayne to Mark. Some of friends, they're real good soccer fans. Wayne's a fine person. Does the Howard County Recreation. A lot of Howard County people are here tonight.
Of course, soccer very big in Howard County.
Yes, it is. And Anne Arundel, I don't understand why Anne Arundel's not, but it's always been big in the counties. But I think Howard County with Columbia, absolutely the best.
Arena football here at the Baltimore Arena.
Final minute 23 with 17 seconds.
In there!
David Byrne comes through with his second goal of the night. 3-0 Blast.
Did he hit that one a ton? He hit nothing but the back of that net. I mean, that was like a gun going off. You see what Hoskey did? He didn't like it the first time. They were too close to him, and he had to go to Valentine. They spread it out, and he hit Hoskey, and he hit it on a roll. And when you hit it on a roll like that, Tom, you get a lot more on it. Watch the replay.
Charlie, was this play called at the bench?
Yes, definitely. Oh, but he hit that one.
And wide open, too, for the pass. He was not anywhere close to any defender.
They were covering Valentine. They figured that Hoskey would go to Valentine.
Byrne now with 2 goals in this game and 10 during the playoffs so far.
Burns, he got his money's worth of that shot.
3-0 Blast. Fogarty pops it into the seats.
Well, Cooper, when I had called that timeout, when Hoskeby called a timeout, Kenny knew something had to be done. And therefore he diagrammed the play. Keep Valentine in close to you. We'll get Buddy, they call him Budsy. They get him up at the top of the key, and he'll give it to him. He can hit him from that distance. That didn't work.
Power play goal for the Blast.
Whoa, another good shot.
Knocks it down. Fogarty trying to kick it out of there. And number 20, Bronco Sakota, knocks down Fogarty. Blast get a free kick. 7th foul for San Diego.
When you see Sakota make a foul like that, it's a cheap foul, but you know that he's a bit disgusted here. Too obvious a foul for him. Too smart a ball player.
Final minute of play, first half. Blast lead it 3-0. 2 goals, David Byrne. 1 for Rusty Troy.
Left in the half. This is the Chance Rock Money Minute.
Good block. Good block.
In the seats.
Rusty Troy, a nice block. He anticipated that left-footed shot. You see, if you give the goalkeeper room to see the ball, don't screen him. If you see a man break away, all right, get that thing open so Scotty can make the save. But if you screen him, that's when you have troubles. Don't stand in front of him. Get away from him.
I see Brian Quinn going behind Manning in the net area.
It's hard to score from behind the goal. What he's going to do is try to screen Scotty. He'll come out and try to run in front of him, deflect the ball, what have you.
A game within a game, right in front of the net.
That's exactly right. Now, the big kid, Troy, should go back and nail him, see, right now.
Byrne, who has the 2 goals tonight. His second one was a power play goal. His 3rd power play goal of the 10 that he scored during the playoffs. Final 25 seconds of the first half. Blast have blanked San Diego 3-0 with 20 seconds to go until the break.
Look at this. There's another foul called off the ball. Dakota's getting him a lot of lip. He's frustrated now when a man of his stature starts making cheap fouls. Who is it, number 7? That's Carriage. Carriage. He had to do something. When you make a foul off the ball, this stage of the game, believe me, you're a frustrated ball player. Get back on the D. Run back on the D.
Final 10 seconds of the half. Good block and knock away by Rusty Troy.
This half is history.
That's it. The end of the first half in Baltimore. They're on their feet on Baltimore Street. 2 quarters gone till Game 7. The Blast lead it at halftime, 3-0. Goals by Rusty Troy early in the first, 2:47 into the first. David Byrne scored 25 seconds into the second to give the Blast a 2-0 lead. And then with 1:22 left to play in the first half, Byrne came through with a line drive lightning bolt to the back of the net. 3-0 Blast. We'll take a break and be back with our halftime ceremonies. In fact, we'll be giving away a car here at halftime, live on Fox 45 in just a moment.
You check out any cars?
Ford, Chrysler.
Good basic cars, but
no
more
excitement. I think I found the one.
Oh, yeah?
Priced right, quality built, exciting to drive.
It's going to be a Pontiac.
It's going to be a Pontiac.
And right now, one of Pontiac's hottest, Grand Am, is available with GMAC financing as low as 2.9% or $500 cash back at any of your 9 Pride of Baltimore Pontiac dealers.
Baltimore!
It's going to be a Pontiac. For a picture-perfect wedding,
with no worries,
call the first choice of brides for 13 years.
Davis DJs.
Davis DJs dress with class and smoothly MC so you can relax.
and have fun.
My DJs mix songs so all age guests have fun, and we'll bring your special tunes on request.
For free brochure,
references,
a $40 savings coupon, call now.
Davis DJs.
The affordable
portable, transportable cellular phone is here. Quality made by General Electric. This cellular phone features 832 channel capacity, 30 number memory speed dialing, last number redial, electronic lock while not in use, adjustable volume control, horn alert option included. AB system allows both home and car use. Lighted keypad. Take it from car to car. Optional battery available for true portable use. Lightweight. State-of-the-art maximum 3 watts allowed by law. And look at this fantastic low price. That's it. No hidden charges. A minimum service contract required. Order today. Dial 1-800-562-5995. Use it the day you receive it. 1-800-562-5995. The affordable portable cellular phone. 1-800-562-5995.
Now pay close attention. This is a heavy rock. That is an expensive rock. But tonight, you're going to see some extremely hot rock. See what I mean? Michael Damian from The Young and the Restless singing his hot new single, Rock On. Right here. Plus, we've got the raucous comedy of Mr. Louis Anderson. Come on, let's get busy on the next Arsenio Hall Show.
Tonight at 11 on Fox 45.
Well, welcome back here to the Baltimore Arena live here. Tom Davis and Charlie Ekman. They're about to give away a car, the pride of Baltimore Pontiac dealers in Fox 45, together with Fox 45's general manager Bruce Lumpkin and Mr. Nobody, one of the heads of the Pontiac dealer group, the 9 Baltimore area Pontiac dealers, and they're getting ready to give away a car here at the arena. It's kind of interesting because this is called what you'd call Operation Prom. It's been held all over Maryland, 35 winners, 1 from each school, here representing the different schools around the Baltimore area. This campaign has been backed to a full extent by the pride of Baltimore Pontiac dealers and by Fox 45. And just a reminder, the tickets are available coming up for the Saturday game, if there is a Game 7, 481-6000 for the number. And all hex, plus the arena box office also has blast tickets available. You can see Mr. Nobody on the left, Bruce Lumpkin on the right. Bruce, of course, the boss at Fox 45 and the man that put this game on tonight, and we'll be putting on Game 7.
Well, he's quite a fellow, Bruce. And I've known him for a number of years. The other fellow, Mr. Nobody's a good fellow. He's a good showman, and his heart's in the right place. Sometimes I worry about him. However...
Mr. Nobody. We're going to take a look now at the goals. Rusty Troy scored the first. David Byrne had 2. And this will be Byrne's second goal that gives the Blast a 3-0 lead.
Huskabee making a perfect pass, and they were looking for Valentine. Now he gets all of it. That is hit. That's all is hit. It even looks fast on slow motion.
You can hardly see it on slow motion.
He hit it a ton. Now that play was set up. That goal might go to Burns, but the assist ought to go to Cooper.
Very good, Charlie. 3-0 Blast at the half. We'll be back with the Major Indoor Soccer League's commissioner, the man that returned to the position, Earl.
This is Sizzler's all-you-can-eat salad bar. This is the build-your-own tostada bar we added to Sizzler's salad bar. And this is the hot pasta bar we added to the build-your-own tostada bar that we added to Sizzler's salad bar. Now, what more could we possibly do to improve a feast like this? Add a shrimp dinner and give it all to you for just $6.99. Sizzler's new giant fried shrimp and salad bar dinner. Just $6.99 for a limited time only. Sizzler, a fresh experience.
Step into a strange dimension where the unreal seems real and the impossible is only a moment away. Experience the magic of David Copperfield live on stage at the Lyric Theater. Saturday, June 10th at 5:30 p.m. is the WBFF Fox 45 McDonald's Family Performance with all tickets $3 off and a portion of the proceeds to benefit the Ronald McDonald House. Discount coupons are available at participating Baltimore area McDonald's restaurants, but hurry before all the coupons disappear.
You're such a brat.
We will rock you.
Here's to you, America, from Dodge, with the deals you need on the imports you want. Right now, your Dodge dealer has 0% financing or up to $2,000 cash back on imports in stock. $1,000 back on Colt GT, available with turbocharging. Or get a sporty Raider utility vehicle and get $2,000 cash back. Or imported Ram 50 pickups with power brakes, tinted glass, and $300 cash back. Here's to you from Dodge, America, where the new spirit shows.
The Taco Bell 69-cent value menu. It's not just a meal, it's a...
Yes, sir! Make a run for the border!
Jump on your boogie board, grab a stick of juicy fruit. The taste is gonna move ya. Take a sniff, pull it out. The taste is gonna move you when you pop it in your mouth. Juicy fruit is gonna move ya. Your juice is soft, it gets right to ya. Juicy fruit, the taste is gonna move ya.
Congratulations to the class of '89. Robert C. Richards is proud to support Operation Prom. We urge you to celebrate in style. Don't drink and drive.
It's halftime here at the arena, and welcome back, Tom Davis, together with the Major Indoor Soccer League Commissioner Earl Foreman. And Earl, you come back to the job that you left. How come?
I loved it. Was sorry I left it after a while, and here I am back.
What do you think the league needs to do now to improve on?
Look straight ahead of itself and not over either shoulder.
What do you mean by that?
I think that we've got a great future. I think the timing's better for indoor soccer than it has ever been since we started this league almost 12 years ago. And I see a very bright future for the league. I see a lot of cities are interested in coming in, a lot of arena owners interested in having our teams. So I look forward to the future with a lot of enthusiasm.
Talking with Kenny Cooper a little bit before the game, he felt that this was the biggest thing that could have happened to the league, you coming back into it.
Well, Kenny is a wonderful diplomat, has always been. But also, I might add this, Kenny and the other great coaches in this league are one of its true strengths.
How about a major television contract for the league? Is that something you're going to make a top priority?
Oh, it's a top priority, but, you know, we've got to be realistic, and you, as much as anybody in this country, knows what really helps with television as far as getting back on for the league, and that's going to be our ability to sell ourselves, and particularly in the early years, sell our future.
Kenny feels, and so does Charlie Ekman, that maybe the scoring should be changed a little bit in the games. Instead of just having 1 point for a goal, make it, 4 or 5 points like they do in pro football. You have any feeling on that whatsoever?
Charlie's been telling that to me since 1979. I might say this, too. I've got a lot of respect for whatever Charlie has to say. He's one wonderful guy and an institution in this city. But I'm not inclined to, at this point at least, to really give that too much serious consideration. I've heard all my adult life we ought to raise the basket in basketball, except when the real exciting games come around, people seem to forget about that. So at this point, no, I wouldn't consider that. I think what I have done already is I've appointed a competition committee. One of its members happens to be Coach Kenny Cooper, to ask him to look at the rules of the game and the style of the game and make a report to the directors at this annual meeting coming up in July so we can take a hard look at whatever rule changes might be required. But as far as changing the scoring, not this year.
From a fan standpoint, do you think that things can be done to bring the fans back into certain arenas?
Oh, I do, because I've got such confidence and belief and faith in the sport. I came back from San Diego a couple of days. They had 3 games in succession on every other day, and they had just about capacity for every one of those 3 games. Now, I'm a person who sat in the stands and saw 17,500 people in St. Louis, 19,000 people in Cleveland. Yes, if the fans aren't here, they can be brought back.
All right, our thanks to Earl Foreman, the commissioner who returned to the Major Indoor Soccer League. We'll be back with more on halftime here on the Major Indoor Soccer League Championship Series Game 6 when we continue live here on Fox 45 in just a moment.
Right now, Tate Dodge is having a fantastic sale of 1989 Dodge Ram vans, Ram wagons, and full-size pickup trucks. Yes, Tate Dodge is your van, wagon, and truck headquarters with hundreds in stock. In fact, we've got too many in stock, so prices are being slashed during this fantastic clearance sale. Vans, wagons, and trucks. Come and get them today at Tate Dodge because...
Nobody has what Tate has, no sir. Nobody has what Tate has.
For a picture
picture-perfect wedding.
With no worries.
Call the first choice of brides for 13 years.
Davis DJs.
Davis DJs dress with class and smoothly MC so you can relax.
And have fun.
My DJs mix songs so all age guests have fun, and we'll bring your special tunes on request.
For free brochure,
references,
a $40 savings coupon, call now.
Davis DJs.
This is Mario Cuomo. Discover all there is to love about summer in New York State. You never knew love could be like this. Call now for your free vacation kit.
Well, welcome back to the Baltimore Arena, where the Blast have built a 3-0 lead at halftime. And the Blast still need 2 more quarters of excellent soccer to force a 7th and deciding game. Make your plans now, because if the Blast win, there will be a 7th and deciding game coming up Saturday night, live at 7:30 right here at the Baltimore Arena. We'll be back here live on Fox 45 Saturday night. But if you'd like to come to the game, remember to call 481-6000, or if you're out of the greater Baltimore area, 1-800-448-9009. And don't forget, all Heck Companies and also the area box office, I keep calling it the arena box office, the Civic Center box office has the tickets, so stop down and buy your tickets for Game 7 Saturday night. There's your shots on goal, the saves. Manning has 3. Somebody's shortchanging him tonight.
I'll tell you one thing. If I was Manning, I may never speak to the statisticians again. If he's only got 3 saves, this game ain't on the level.
Now, let's take a look at some of the goal scoring. The Blast building an early 1-0 lead. I mean, very quickly into this game. They scored just 2:47 into the game. And they got on the board 1-0 as Rusty Troy came through. Troy, of course, really doing an excellent job for the Blast so far. And Troy had not scored a playoff goal in postseason, but had played in 10 of 11 postseason games. And here you go with Troy scoring here. Watch this thunderbolt off the crossbar and in. 1-0 Blast. Early in the second quarter, the Blast came through with their second goal. David Byrne. Watch this pass from Byrne. He'll get it right under Dominic Mobilio's foot. Mobilio did a great job screening out the goaltender, Victor Ngara.
That's exactly what he did. That's all he did. He just screened him out.
2-0 Blast, just a few seconds, in fact 25 seconds into the second quarter. And then the first half scoring was capped off when, with 1:22 left to play in the half, the Blast took a 3-0 lead. And as Charlie pointed out earlier, this goal came so fast and so hard into the back of the net that even the slow motion replay camera looked like that it could hardly follow it, because David Byrne just came through with a thunderbolt. There was a timeout right before the play was set up, and Kenny Cooper talked with his team, and it looked like it was an obvious play that came in from the bench.
Absolutely, Tom. The first time they set up, it was supposed to go to Valentine, and they were covering Valentine, and you could sense it. Kai Hoskeby used his head by calling that timeout and going to the bench.
Well, we're moments away from the start of the second half. The Blast lead at 3-0. Charlie and I will return with the start of the second half live from the Baltimore Arena in just a moment.
Quickset protects your sound set, your collector set, even your fin set, while you're out winning a tennis set. Quickset locks. Beautiful, strong, affordable. Quickset protects more American homes than any other lock set. So let Quickset protect your kid's set. While you're at work with a desk set, Quickset. Beautiful protection for the smart set.
This year on Fox 45, you'll see and hear a great deal about the single greatest source of violence in our community, drunk driving. You'll also learn how you can be part of the solution to this crisis.
None for the Road is a community outreach program jointly sponsored by Fox 45 and the Pride of Baltimore Pontiac dealers. We have one simple message. Each of us can prevent violence on our roadways. If you choose to drink, choose not to drive.
Well, Kenny Cooper looks like he's almost ready to shed the shirt. The tie's half off. The pressure's on. The Blast with a 3-0 lead, getting ready to start the second half. Just want to thank the Pride of Baltimore Pontiac dealers and Fox 45 for their Operation Prom. They had 35 winners all come here to the Baltimore Arena tonight, one from each school. They had a random drawing, and they gave away a brand new Pontiac Le Mans, and what a treat that has to be to the young person that won it tonight here. And our thanks to the 9 Baltimore area Pride Pontiac dealers who were instrumental in putting the entire promotion together and giving the car away. 3-0 favor the Blast as we get ready to start the second half. And Charles, the Blast played well in the first half.
Well, we had a good first half, but he can't let up. The point, the secret of this game is not to let up. His ball club can't be tired. He used substitutions rather freely, and they've got Ronson who can run all week, and he will.
I don't think Ronson came out of the game.
Yes, he did. For just a few minutes. Well, they sandwiched Burns. Somebody hit him, and it wasn't the referee. So the first foul's against San Diego.
This Burns wears the socks very low.
Well, sometimes his brains are a little bit low. He's even going in.
San Diego on the attack.
Burns is having the ball down there. He'll wind up getting the fight.
Dakota flipping it to 19. Alan Willie who kicks it into the stage area. Kick in Blast. 3-0 Baltimore. 14:31 left to play third quarter. And Scott Manning's had a pretty good night.
Well, he's only had 3 saves. Now, if anybody could accept that, well, you have to get the saliva test. The man's had a great night, and he only got 3 saves. There's no way. I don't care how you count. You just can't do that to this fella. He's had a great first half.
It's like calling an error in baseball a hit or an error, right?
That's true. That's true, Tom. There's a lot of similarity there. Well, let's see what kind of a defense we put up. They're going to press us a little bit here. They're going to have to press us to get back in the game, hoping we make the mistakes. Nice place, Amy. Good fake.
Sweeney, crossfield. Mabilio over to a Sweeney. Sweeney down on the grass.
He got a piece of the ball as well as the player, so it was a good move. Sliding tackle, more or less. That's what they call the terminology in soccer.
Line drive kick, brought down by Sakota. They'll go for it in the corner, but he's covered by Billy Ronson and Fogarty.
Fogarty went right back after him. Now he gets Fogarty and the referee. He got them both. Oh, Marty went down with him.
It'll be a Blast ball with Fogarty kicking it in for Baltimore.
Fogarty might be shook up a little bit. He's not running too good. He may be hurting. Good throw. Good pass.
Burn off.
Look at that ball ricochet over there.
Freddie Thompson heading it down into the corner for Kai Hoskevy. Hoskevy working the ball around. And San Diego grabs it back, but the Blast get it at midfield. Carl Valentine bringing it near side. Valentine working to the corner. He's guarded by Sakota.
Valentine has an excellent change of pace and speed, Tom. You watch him. He'll run slow like he's just running along, and all of a sudden he'll go on you. He got a good change of pace.
Like an old V8 engine.
Pretty much like that. Hit it, Hoskevy. He deserved one. Hoskevy deserves one. He's had a great half. Hoskevy has played a very smart game, and he's running good tonight.
Jungle wearing 5 tonight instead of his normal number, which is 21. They forgot to bring his uniform. The star of the team, and they forgot to bring his uniform.
And you see how smart he is. Now he's
Jungle,
a smart player.
Cross field, and the Sockers couldn't bring it down. Fernandez had trouble controlling the ball. The Blast get it back. Freddie Thompson at midfield. Doing a little zigzagging footwork. Looked for an open man. Was trying to find Dominic Mobilio, but Mobilio was double teamed, and the ball did not get to him. Hoskevy was Jungle.
Holding Blast. Marty's giving it to him now. He's got the foul, and Jungle's crying. Jungle cries a lot to look for a foul late in the game. When I used to do the broadcast all the time, he'd always pull the same stuff and get away with it. In New York one night, he got 5 fouls in the last quarter and beat us.
2 fouls on the Sockers, 1 on the Blast. We're about 2.5 minutes into the third quarter with the Blast leading 3-0. 2 goals by David Byrne, 1 by Rusty Troy.
You see what happens. Cooper's going to pack it in here a little bit. He'll load it up in the back because they've got to break that zone. And he'll have them breaking out of the zone, but he should pack it in. And it'll be very frustrating for this club. It'll give us a lot of time. We'll kill the clock as well as everything else and get the club time to Make a fast break. We can use the fast break off of that zone defense.
Billy Ronson back on field. Blast taking a break, and so will we. The Blast lead it 3-0 with 12:11 left to play in the third quarter.
I'm proud to introduce the Gulp and Win a Million game at 7-Eleven. You can win a new Nissan or $1 million instantly. But here's the beauty. Everyone gets something every time they play. You can't lose. And there's over $25 million in discounts and prizes. Just look for game pieces on every Super Big Gulp, Super Slurpee, or Big Bite hot dog. Hey, I want a new Nissan. I never won anything.
You can't keep it.
No, it's mine.
Well, you work for 7-Eleven. You can't win.
Well, then I quit.
You still can't win.
I can.
You won't.
I might.
Season tickets at 528-0.
Nice to be back on Fox 45. Charlie Ekman and Tom Davis here with you in Game 6 of the Major Indoor Soccer League Championship Series. If the Blast can win this, they're leading 3-0. It'll force a 7th and deciding game, which will be played Saturday night, and it'll also be telecast right here on Fox 45 beginning at 7:30. Billy Ronson at midfield. Ronson taking it crossfield to Sweeney. Sweeney trying to dig down past a couple of players and has. Fogarty with a line shot off the crossbar.
I'll tell you what Cooper's doing smart now. He's got Filio, Troy, and everybody else in here that are used to playing. Now, there's an excellent play by this boy, Rusty Troy, who's learning the game. He gave his stars a bit of a rest, and that's a smart move early in a game like this. And as a result, we'll have a fresh ball club going down to the wire with fellas that can play. Valentine's back in here.
Troy and Fogarty extremely large for this game. Built really muscular across the chest. Most of these players are rather short generally in the league, but those two guys are rather tall.
Well, like every other sport, it'll change.
Paul Wright on field for what I think is the first time tonight. Billy Ronson with a sliding takeaway.
We're not giving him too much room. We're starting to press him a bit. And it looks to me like certain players he wants to press, other ones he wants to lay back.
11 minutes left in the third. Blast leading 3-0. 2 goals by David Byrne. Valentine to Ronson. Nicked away, popped up in the air, and Freddie Thompson heads it to an open area. San Diego kicks it away, comes way back here, where Medrick picks up the ball for the Blast. At midfield, guarded by George Fernandez. Freddie Thompson up to dig his way back to get the ball in front of Scott Manning now.
This Metric's got some good moves for a big kid. He moves rather well, and he's learning the game. Got Huskey back in the game along with Valentine. This fella here is a very underrated player, Tom. He could be as good as anybody in the league, Valentine. Hit it
around Jungle with a line shot that'll go up to the mid-deck here at the Civic Center. Mid-level.
You want to watch Valentine play. If you're a student of the game and you enjoy soccer and you want your youngsters to learn how to play it, watch Valentine. He has very little wasted motion. He stays very low, and he hits the ball real quickly. He's got a quick release. But the main thing I like about him is the way he changes his pace. He'll be walking or galloping along with you, just moving, and bingo, he's going. He's got a step on you. The fella has all the tools of a soccer player, a good soccer player.
David Byrne, Rusty Troy, along with Ken Fogarty on field. Also Dominic Mobilio. Scott Manning stays in the nets, and Mark Metrick also on field for the Blast now.
Cooper's trying to get his club back fired up because they're playing rather passive right now. They're sort of laid back, like they know they have a 3-0 lead. And he's trying to get them out of that in a hurry. He knows what can happen on a club like this that's explosive. A couple goals and you're out of there.
So what you're really saying is the Blast may be protecting that 3-0 advantage instead of playing aggressively and trying to go for it.
Correct. Now, Fogarty's going to try to run the show from the back. He knows how to play it. It's whether he can convey the message. He's having trouble talking to one or two of the lads.
Hoskevy distributing right side. Mobilio trying to get it, but San Diego takes it away.
Good play, guys.
High Hoskevy with an open lane right side, getting it to Mobilio, but a nice drop save there by Victor Nagara. He got down on the ball. San Diego working, but Manning rejects.
Now that's a save, in case anybody up there doesn't know it.
Sakota with the shot. Bronco Sakota missing with a nice save there by Scott Manning. So he has at least 4.
And we're in the home ground. There's a foul against San Diego. Kaihoskeby down from the rear.
What you ought to do, Charles, is maybe take the official score and show him what a save is and then count him on tape after the game.
I think you've got a point there, Tom. You will be my interpreter. Hit it to the blind spot. Next road trip, you're staying home.
Zeppelin, what you're talking to now,
right.
not me.
No, not you, Thomas. Zeplovich is not going on the next road trip.
I go get you the ice cream on the road. David Byrne with the ball for the Blast.
Hit it, kid. I'll tell you something. I hope Byrne plays you next year, personally.
Well, he's been a big factor tonight with 2 of the 3 Blast goals here in Game 6. Here comes Valentine with his move, but Zakaris covered.
You see him make the move, Tom?
He was looking for Byrne.
He gave you a little hesitation. He was gone.
Nothing for Byrne, too, to open up. Nagara got down on the ball and protected the 3-0 deficit.
Well, Sweeney's going to be playing jungle man-to-man, it looks like, and he should, because you need a man. His zone doesn't bother jungle. He's got some great moves. He's not the lord of all indoors by mistake.
I like that, the lord of all indoors.
That's what they called him. When he was in his prime, he is about as good as you'll see, and he knew how to score. He had a knack. He could make something out of nothing.
8:10 to go, third quarter. Blast leading at 3-0 in Game 6. A Blast win forces a Game 7. 2 goals by David Byrne, 1 by Rusty Troy. Byrne had 2 in the second. Troy opened up with a goal 2:47 into the game. Nice kick away there by Troy.
Absolutely.
Charlie, would the league have their best officiating crew here tonight for this game?
Well, no, they've got a pretty good staff, actually, but they have teams, and I would have to say that in the playoffs, referees get up for a game just like players, Tom. I love the playoffs, and I ref, 38 years. I love the playoffs. I was a better referee in the money game than I was otherwise, I thought. But I wouldn't say their best team, but the 2 of them both can referee.
Well, in other words, they don't break up a crew like they would, say, for the World Series in baseball. They keep the same crews.
Well, no, they broke up this crew. Marty and Herb were here last week and during the playoffs, and I would have to say that they have 5 or 6 referees that are under contract.
Hermes missed a wide-open shot at the net as Manning had come out to try to cut the angle down.
We're getting cute now. We're getting a little cute. Clear that ball.
Freddie Thompson gets it out there to midcourt where Kevin Crow will pick it up for the San Diego Sockers. 7 minutes to go, third quarter. Blast lead at 3-0. With Martha and the Vandellas dancing in the street, playing in the background.
That's a boy, Valentine. Take Kroll out there. He's taking charge now. He's spreading the defense.
I think Valentine's going to get one before the night's over. Fogarty, a line shot rejected back into the seats.
The referees are usually they have about 5 or 6 that are paid year-round, and they would more than likely be the heart of your playoffs.
3-0 Blast, 6:46 to go, third. Back with more of Game 6, live from the Baltimore Arena on Fox 45 in just a moment.
The lowest prices of the year at Levitt's.
What a sale! Levitt showrooms are loaded with furniture bargains in every department, like the great low prices on Bassett Chiropractor Deluxe bedding. Twin size only $88 each piece. Full size only $138 each piece. And that's just one of the bargains on sale at Levitt's lowest prices of the year.
Sunday on Jump Street.
You don't look so good. I'm fine.
When all you know is fear. When a split-second decision leads to tragedy.
You didn't kill that kid. I didn't pull the trigger.
When no one can trust you.
You not only busted us, but you got Bobby killed to cover your tracks.
Even a tough cop can break down.
Sunday night at 7 on Fox 45.
It's a record
3-0 Blast, Game 6. A win puts them in Game 7. Charlie, you brought up a point a few moments ago about playing this game safe right now or protecting the lead. I can remember a game, and I got to go back to the Colts game against the Oakland Raiders. Well, it was either Christmas Eve or Christmas Day back in '77 when the Colts had a fairly decent lead, and they let the Raiders get back in it with 2 touchdowns in the last quarter, and then Casper caught the game-winning touchdown pass like in the 6th quarter. You know, a lot of people criticize Marchibroda and the Colts then for trying to protect the lead. What does a coach have to tell the team in a game where they've got a 3-0 lead?
The hardest thing that happens to you as a coach is that they know this, but getting the message across to them, inadvertently they start falling back and protecting the lead. It's nature. It's human nature to do that. And he's got to keep them on their toes, keep them abreast of things, and keep them fired up. It's tough to keep a club going when you're ahead. It's easy to get a club going when you're behind. It's just like a racehorse coming from out of the pack or anything of that nature. But Cooper's got his hands full. That's why he's hollering over there like he is. He wants them to keep their mind on the game, and we don't nothing safe.
And it seems like right now as they come back on field, they're moving better away from the ball than they were a few seconds ago.
The secret of this game is the same as basketball. You go without the ball.
Carbonneau on field now for the Blast. He takes a seat.
You have to go without the ball, Tom, or you don't make anything happen.
Mark Metrick trying to dig for the ball, corner, near side.
He should have hit it against the boards because you had Burns coming across the goal mouth, and he didn't do it, and that's a shame because of the inexperience of the young man. But he should have banged it against the board. A lot of players who play the outdoor game can't get used to playing the board. The board is like a ball player on your club. And they can't think of that. It goes away from them. They go right back to the old style of soccer where they, you know, your big fields and nobody's there. They don't play the boards like they should. The difference between a good indoor soccer player and an ordinary player is a player that plays those boards like he's got a teammate. And that's what the board's there.
Is it important for a player to come out and test the boards before a game?
Absolutely. See how the ball bounces off it? Sure, absolutely. It's just like an infielder taking ground balls, whether the ground is soft or hard or what have you. Same thing is true here. Some boards are soft. There are certain places in this arena where the ball dies. There's other places the ball comes off it like a rocket. And that's true of every place in the country. They put these things up, you know, the day before the game. You don't know where the panels are.
Mm-hmm. Sort of like checking the outfield, too, going into the city.
That's true. Everything is relative.
Oskabiev in the corner trying to get the ball back for the Blast, but the goaltender Victor Nagara dishes it out.
You see how he threw that ball into the open space? There was no one there when he threw the ball, and he immediately broke to that corner. They do it time and time again to San Diego club.
6 minutes left, third. 3-0 Blast. Fogarty knocking it down. Blast trying to win it back, and Fogarty kicks it near the Blast bench. And the Sockers have to go back to get it.
Big play by Kai Hosky then coming back on defense. What a play he made.
Ball hit the glass there and flipped out. It'll be Blast ball. 3-0 Baltimore. David Byrne, 2 goals. Rusty Troy, 1. All the scoring in the first half. Blast led 1-0 after 1. Byrne scored twice in the second quarter.
I'll tell you this much, both of these teams are tired right now. The way they're walking and the way they're running, there's not that fired up feeling that we saw in the first half. These fellas are starting to tire. And when you play this many games, this many months, and it's June and we're playing soccer, you're going to get tired. It's a tough game to stay in shape, Tom. I mean, once you get in shape here, you're all right, but believe me, this is a lot of running, and in this hot weather, it's pretty doggone tough.
Almost like 2 heavyweights getting to the 11th or 12th round.
That's true. It's a good way to judge it.
See, Charlie, I'm learning like comparisons like Vin Scully.
Well, Vin Scully's not doing bad. He's making a couple million a year. I wish that on you.
Thanks. 3-0 Blast.
I'm too old to worry about that money. It never bothered me when I made it.
Because you spent it.
Right.
Mobilio.
Hit it now. Oh, come on.
Oh, nice cover there by 21.
Absolutely. Ronson was right on top of it. Once you turn a guy like he just turned Sweeney, I'll tell you, he nailed him a pretty good shot. Sweeney's smart enough to draw the foul, but when he had him turned that way, Sweeney had no idea where he was. Get the ball up the floor.
Oh, what a shot to the gut.
Should have been dropping.
George Fernandez took that shot. Number 6. He has the ball now right in front of us.
He deserves the ball. He may have it all night. He might be tasting it. There they go, Bernsey. The other ball club is getting a little sloppy.
Burns had to pull up because it looked like he was going to be triple teamed right down the center of the field.
Well, they're trying to get somebody back in and liven them up. That's what Newman's doing. And so far, it hasn't worked.
Billy Ronson gets shoved by Hermes.
Billy's learned how to draw fouls, too. There's an art to drawing fouls, Tom. You feel that guy up on you, give him the Hollywood treatment. Baker Rooney.
It's showtime.
That's right.
Burn in the corner. Carl Valentine will work back to get it. And he'll run back to take some of the time off the clock and go past Freddie Thompson. And now set Thompson up. Took a good 10, 15 seconds off the clock then.
Well, he took Brian Quinn for a little walk around the park. This kid Quinn's a good soccer player, though. Always plays well against this club. Don't let him open.
Manning again.
As long as Manning can see it, he can stop it. But this guy Quinn plays well against us. He's one fellow you don't give an extra shot to. Got a handball, please.
Handball charged to Metric. Number 20.
Is that a measurement system or not?
They tried to stick it on us here in this country, and it didn't last long.
Ooh, nice play. Jungle was going for the money. He's getting a little hungry. Look at this Valentine run. This fella is putting out, I'm telling you.
Ralph Black to Jungle. Jungle fell down trying to convert, trying to get possession of the ball, turning around. He slipped.
You know what he was doing?
What?
He thought they were on top and he was going to draw a foul.
Oh.
And there wasn't anybody near him, and he faked himself, and he went down on his own. He was going to lay back into him, draw the foul. That's exactly what he was doing. And he outsmarted himself. Now we're going to press him a little bit. Go ahead, Fogarty, go after him.
3:10 to go, third quarter. 3-0 Blast. 2 goals, David Byrne, 1 by Rusty Troy. All the scoring first half.
Hoskins making like a dummy in there.
Oh, Jungle took it away.
Jungle didn't go anywhere.
He didn't have possession. Less than 3 to go, third quarter. I haven't seen Chris Chuden all night. Now he's on field.
Yeah.
He's had problems with a bad heel.
Believe me, this game you get a lot of injuries, a lot of nagging injuries, like Timmy Whitman.
Whitman hasn't played tonight, unable to.
He won't play the whole series. Looks bad.
Right ankle sprain for Tim. He'd love to be out here in this series. Belia took Chuden down. Chuden gets back up quickly and runs to the bench.
Head foul. I mean, it could have been called a foul. It wasn't.
5 fouls on the Sockers, 4 on the Blast. Jungle saying, come on, guys. Jungle had that run up his body and bounce away.
Go ahead, Figgin.
Rusty Troy down the length of the field, right side. Uses the boards like Charlie talked about, but Ronson was just a little bit behind the ball.
He did the right thing, though, Tom. That's the most important thing. He played the boards like it was on his side.
Byrne down the middle. Line drive, shot wide left, just barely.
He's hitting that ball a ton.
Byrne scored twice earlier. He wants another. He wants the hat trick.
All right, Burns is really digging. He knows when to run. That's the secret, when to run. Not just run around like some nut, just when to run.
Carl Valentine rejects. George Fernandez has the ball for San Diego.
Go ahead.
Last get it back. This is Metric. Looking for Freddie Thompson. Thompson gets it off the boards and then could not control it to the point where he could take a shot on the net. Valentine rejected.
Valentine's hustling back on the D.
Manning knocks it away. Ryan Sakota took the shot. 1:09 left to play, third. Blast lead at 3-0. Back with more live on Fox 45 in just a moment.
You check out any cars?
Ford, Chrysler.
Good basic cars, but
no
excitement.
I think I found the one.
Oh, yeah?
Priced right, quality built, exciting to drive.
It's going to be a Pontiac.
It's going to be a Pontiac.
And right now, one of Pontiac's hottest, Grand Am, is available with GMAC financing as low as 2.9% or $500 cash back at any of your 9 Pride of Baltimore Pontiac dealers.
Baltimore! It's going to be a Pontiac.
You're such a brat.
We will rock you
damn stars. Why'd they have to come between us?
They pioneered the boldest chapter in history. Space.
Begins Monday at 8.
Make a real impact on your friends by drinking and driving.
Well, with 1:09 left to play in the third quarter, Tom Davis and Charlie Ekman welcoming you back to the Baltimore Arena. Looked like a pinball machine there with the ball bouncing around. 3-0 Blast.
Now, Fogarty made a mistake then by not hitting it hard and getting it out of there. He got to dribbling a little bit too much. Fogarty knows better. He should have cleared that ball.
Hit the glass twice, up, and the Blast get it back down. Mike Sweeney getting it out, but San Diego continues to work well inside the midfield mark, trying to gain possession. Off the glass again. 14 takes the shot.
There's a save.
Scott Manning scoops it up. Manning with probably his 5th save tonight, according to the official scoring.
He may not have any by the time he gets through. They may start subtracting because it's too easy. Another save.
Hit Manning right in the chops. And then runs out and covers it.
Attaboy, Scotty.
Nice distribution there by Manning. Final 10 seconds of play here in the third. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's the end of the third quarter. Blast are just 1 quarter away from forcing Game 6, leading 3-0 after 3. Rusty Troy a goal in the first. David Byrne with 2 in the second. A scoreless third period. The Blast lead at 3-0. We'll be back with the start of the fourth quarter before a standing crowd here as they salute the Blast after 3, leading 3-0.
Business is great. I have a staff of 10. I make anywhere from 10 to 15 meetings a week, and I'm the mother of 3. How do I do it? With statewide paging. They keep me in touch no matter where I go.
Instant access, local dialing, expert service. Statewide paging is the 100-mile paging service that keeps you in touch with your world.
The one thing I don't have to worry about is missing those important calls.
Call statewide paging, 1-800-638-9969.
Glasses in about an hour? I thought, sure, as long as the lenses are simple. But I've got a tricky prescription, so I tried Lens Crafters.
Lens Crafters crafts your quality glasses in about an hour by putting the whole lab right in the store, so you can see better and work better in about an hour.
Made me a pair of top quality no-line bifocals, and they did it in 51 minutes. No kidding.
Lens Crafters, now through June 3rd, for every pair of glasses sold, Lens Crafters will donate $1 to Johns Hopkins Children's Center.
You hope it never happens, but what should you do if you or someone you love has been hurt in an accident? The answer is as easy as 7 numbers. 669-5181 will get you experienced legal help. 669-5181 is the key to maximum cash to cover your lost wages and medical expenses, with most cases settled out of court. 669-5181 are the numbers to Walker and Lockhart. First we listen, then we help.
For a picture-perfect wedding,
with no worries,
call the first choice of brides for 13 years.
Davis DJs!
Davis DJs dress with class and smoothly MC so you can relax.
And have fun.
My DJs mix songs so all age guests have fun, and we'll bring your special tunes on request.
For free brochure,
references,
and a $40 savings coupon, call now.
Davis DJs!
Here's to you, America, from Dodge, with the deals you need, like low 0% financing or up to $2,000 cash back on the trucks you want. Right now at your Dodge dealer, save big on most Ram Tough Dodge pickups. Choose a Dodge 250 or a Dodge 350 Series dual rear-wheel pickup with 0% financing or $2,000 back. $1,000 back on Dodge vans and wagons, or $1,500 on Ram Charger. Here's to you from Dodge,
America,
where the new spirit shows.
You're watching WBFF Fox 45 in Baltimore. Your clear choice.
The crowd just announced at 6,990, 10 shy of 7,000 for Game 6 of this, the Major Indoor Soccer League Championship Series. Kenny Cooper, a man who has more red ties than a fashion display shop has. He has a red tie for every occasion.
Well, he's a picture of sartorial splendor, and of course he put it all out together. He knows what it's all about. It's the end of the line. If they don't win, he's got to keep this club up, and believe you me, everybody else is getting up for this ball game. But Coops has done a tremendous job this year. You can't give the man enough credit.
You know the shot they had just there right before the player walked out, I guarantee it was David Byrne who ran off the field right now. Final period.
Good move, good pass.
A win puts the Blast in the deciding game.
He got hit good. He pushed him from the rear, then hit him.
Billy Ronson down.
Billy got kicked in the stomach, and then he got pushed. He made a good, smart move. I couldn't tell who got him, but believe you me, it was an unnecessary foul.
I don't think you want to see who got him.
Let's look at the replay. Ooh, he got it twice. He got it twice. He got it from Fernandez in the front. Looks like black in the rear. That didn't show you anything.
Well, while Billy Ronson is down, recovering, we'll be back with more. The fourth quarter with the Blast leading 3-0 in just a moment.
For a picture-perfect wedding,
with no worries,
call the first choice of brides for 13 years.
Davis DJs.
Davis DJs dress with class and smoothly MC so you can relax.
and have fun.
My DJs mix songs so all age guests have fun, and we'll bring your special tunes on request.
For free brochure,
References,
and a $40 savings coupon, call now.
Davis DJs.
Tom Davis and Charlie Ekman live at the Baltimore Civic Center here on Fox 45. Blast lead 3-0 over San Diego. Final period with 14:45 left to play. They just gave us the stats on Scott Manning.
Well, he had a set play, then it was off the board, supposed to come out, and it was just a shade behind Bernsey. Bernsey's still after this ball. He is playing hard-nosed soccer.
7 saves for Scott Manning, Charles.
Well, then then someone needs a saliva test. I mean, I'd hate to have this guy counting my money.
Sockers trailing by 3. Blast are 14 minutes away from a 7th game. Kenny Cooper said before the start of the game, as you look at the ticket information, you can get them by dialing that number, dropping by Hex, or possibly going to the arena here to pick them up.
You see what happens then? They were going without the ball, and San Diego almost scored when they go without the ball. Fogarty got a step behind him, or they'd almost scored. You've got to be careful because San Diego goes without the ball as well as any team. And as I pointed out to you earlier, that's the secret. That ball off the boards, you're playing the man, you're looking at him, he goes to an area. Bingo, you're beat, he got a step on you.
Well, Billy Ronson's back in the game.
Billy wants to play so bad he can take it. One of those hard-nosed kids. He doesn't, he wants to play this game so much, and he's so happy for the opportunity to come to America to play soccer. Here's another fellow just got belted, and he got a foul call from this side of the floor. Marty Templin wasn't close enough. Ellis called that one.
It's Dominic Labilio who's down.
Well, he got hit in the back, but he didn't get hit hard. He's a big kid. Look out.
Sockers on the attack. Cacho drops it off. Little contact made by Mobilia.
Elbow backwards. No, San Diego threw an elbow.
The elbow by 19 Alan Willie. 2 fouls on the Sockers, none on the Blast. First minute and 17 seconds of the fourth quarter. 3-0 Blast. Goals by Rusty Troy once. David Byrne twice. All the scoring in the first half. Burns came twice in the second quarter.
We really haven't done the job we're capable of yet in this last 2 quarters. We haven't had any rhyme or reason. It's been more of a defensive effort. And it just hit Bill Roth. The goalie threw the ball and almost knocked Bill Roth down, the millionaire who does the broadcasting for the Baltimore Blast.
And they throw a standing ovation down here. They gave the goaltender the standing ovation.
They thought they got Roth for good. Here's a fellow just became a millionaire by hitting the lottery, and he's happy as a jaybird. And he wears different suits now. Notice it?
I noticed he was dapperly dressed tonight.
He couldn't look dapper no matter what he did, but he was dressed. Hit it, Freddie!
Freddie Thompson, 4-0 blast!
Go with him, Freddie, baby! He deserves it. He picked the follow-up, and he banged it home. It's 4-0 the blast with 13 minutes and 19 seconds to play. And then we'll go into the 7th game. That's the one we needed. Freddie Thompson deserved it. He kept on coming. All right, Thomas. Tom Davis got so excited he fell off the chair.
I lost my pen.
I believe you did. You lost your composure. Look at that rebound. Watch him follow up the rebound, Tom, and just hooked it in there. Very good play by Freddie Thompson. He's going to throw the ball to his fans, and the lady caught it in overalls.
4 goals in the championship series for Freddie Thompson.
That's a great move. The kid's going to be a money player. That's what you call a money player.
Does 4 goals in a soccer game mean as much as a 4-run advantage in baseball for a grand slam to tie it?
More so.
No?
More so. Grand slam, 1 shot can tie it. And this way, you got to put 4 of them in the back of the net. Much more.
13-19 left to play. Blast 4. Soccer's nothing. You got to give a lot of credit to the Blast defense overall. The Sockers haven't had that many opportunities.
Well, not according to the statistician. I don't know if Manning even played. I mean, he may not have been in the ball game for some of these remarks. Let me tell you something. Defense is the big thing, of course. If you have good defense, you're in every game, regardless of whether it be baseball, soccer, basketball, what have you. The Pistons are an example in the